And hello, everybody, and welcome to the fifth episode of the Aegyrian Adventurers Guild, Dragon of Icespire Peak. I'm your DM, Brad, joined today by four of the players. Drake is not here, and I think he said he's probably not going to be here at all going forward. I didn't know 100%. He said maybe like a couple weeks, maybe just 1 week, but he's got a new job. Good for him. So can't really make the session time anymore, but that is fine. I'm thankful for his help that he has provided, and we will see if we can find a good exit point for his character. Probably right now, seeing as you're back in town, and it's as good a place as any, I think, to kind of leave him. And if he can make it or comes back, he'll be here. But for the time being, we'll continue on. Four players is definitely a rather normal and plenty amount. So, without further ado, allow us to begin, as we always do, with a recap of what happened last time. This week, Fiora has been assigned the pleasure of doing so in exchange for a point of inspiration.
Pleasure, yes.
So, if you would be so kind as to tell us what happened last time, Fiora.
Last time, we were still in Nomengard, and basically, Peter started us off on our wonderful drunken bar trip by, at the very start, drinking mushroom liquor, which was a good start, obviously. After that, we decided to continue on to the workshop, where we have been directed to actually talk about the quest, because the people in the workshop were supposed to know more. So we decided to go there, but we were held up by two gnomes who demanded that we prove that we were not shapeshifters. However, they themselves had no idea how we should prove that we aren't shapeshifters. Friedrich ended up doing some weird free-hand balancing and juggling of some swords and the likes. Nona, I'm pretty sure, pierced an apple that was on Friedrich's head. And while the rest of the party could not really think of anything to do, Nona very deftly deceived the gnomes by handing them a bell and saying, "Look, the sound of this bell actually is harmful to shapeshifters." So we were allowed through, and we left the two gnomes to die to basically any real shapeshifter that will probably not be harmed by the actual bell. So we went through there. We found some other gnomes. For some reason, Friedrich decided to halfway threaten them by starting to juggle with swords. And they told us about their king who had descended into madness because two gnomes had been abducted. So we were basically pointed to the throne room, where there was nothing in there, not even like a fleshing carpet or anything. There was just nothing. Until we found a secret tunnel. So we went through it and found that the King of the Gnomes, for some reason, had abducted someone and glued them to a chair for a few days. So they told us about the fact that a few gnomes had gone missing, and they asked us to find out what had done this and put an end to it. They couldn't really tell us much more about what had happened, so we went back to the other room with the two gnomes who had told us about the king, and they were able to tell us that the two gnomes that had vanished had actually worked in the barrel room where Friedrich had partaken of some mushroom liquor earlier. So we decided to go back there, and we decided to check the barrels, and both Friedrich and Farron were lifting barrels to figure out if any of them were empty or whether there was something weird going on, when a mimic decided to chomp on Farron's arm. So we fought the mimic. People did damage, the thing died. And we went back to the king, reported that this was probably why the other two gnomes had gone missing. And we were rewarded with a few treasures, some of which we kept, such as the, basically a fire wand rod, is what I would call it, honestly. Which we entrusted to Friedrich, and a clockwork amulet, which was entrusted to Nona. There was also a hat of wizardry, which we ended up selling to the town master. about which Sarah also said that it would cloak him from the dragon. So the town master was pretty eager to get his hands on that. And we ended up with restocking some supplies. Pretty sure that's about it.
Yeah, I mean that sounds pretty much spot on. So, you can go ahead and mark that you have a point of inspiration by clicking the empty box, and we will begin basically with you guys having, you've returned to the Adventurers Guild, reported your success. You have been basically ranked up, promoted within the guild, and you are now looking over the new jobs that are available to you at this increased rank. And there are 3 of them in total to choose from. So
I think we decided to skip the babysitting one.
Yes, no babysitting.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the loggers one and Butterskull Ranch with the work, so we could take revenge for our formerly deceased cleric.
Oh yeah, I suppose.
Also known as Gordon.
Yes, well, obviously I've above board told you will have to pick and choose 2 of them. So those are the 2 that you were sort of looking at. They are both sort of the base rank of your new rank. I think they're both C rank quests, I believe. So yes. Yeah, you were basically just deciding which one you wanted to do first. If I remember correctly, they're both pretty distant from where you are. I think the loggers camp is a little bit closer, but it is through the woods, so it'd be a bit more of a dangerous quote unquote trek. So it's really up to you whether you wanted to do the one. Butterskull Ranch is basically just along the road, but it's pretty far. Loggers camp is kind of straight north, through the woods.
Wasn't there a larger map for us to look at?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can drag you over to the...
Remember correctly, we were just gonna go along this road, not go this way, to go up to Butterskull Ranch and then cut through the woods.
You wanted us to cut through the woods. We haven't decided on that yet.
Fine. Suppose we could.
By the way, did you get your sword while we're still in town?
I go get a sword, Brad.
Yeah, make sure that you've purchased any equipment that you want to purchase while we're here.
Thank you for that, Sarah.
Mark off the gold cost, whatever it is.
I wanted a whip instead of a dagger, but I don't know if I need it with all the ethereal arms and whatnot.
Yeah, the weapons don't really function with your particular monk archetype.
So I think I will be saving the gold for now.
Do you still have enough darts?
You should probably buy some more.
You guys also have the option of basically, if you ever want to, now that you've gone to the Umbrage Hill and cleared out the Manticore, if you want to go there and purchase potions of healing, standard potions of healing, you can do so. It's a half-day trip, so we can just you say you go there, we'll just skip ahead or whatever to the next day after your shopping trip. But those are 50 gold each at this point for regular bog standard potions of healing as another thing that you can get.
50 gold each?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Healing's expensive.
I'm not that rich yet. Hey,
We're
it turns
poor.
out I have a pet mouse. How do I have a pet mouse?
From your background.
Mouse? Mouse?
Yes, I have. Yes,
What
I
are you
have
gonna
a
name your
pet
pet mouse?
mouse.
Is it a cube mouse?
Yes, it's
What color
the
is he?
cutest.
Or she? Or they?
Yes, the
It's your
non-binary
regular
ones.
gray mouse. It has to blend in and not be noticeable, and sneak in and open doors and steal stuff.
Ooh.
Yes, it's that kind of trained mouse.
fancy mouse.
I got my scimitar. I mean, I'm good just to head out.
So now we have 2 people with scimitars.
I have a short sword too. And a rapier.
Do you still have the rapier?
Yeah.
So you've got a dagger, a short sword, a rapier, and a scimitar.
Listen, you never know when you might need extra weapons. Brad might sunder
For
my gear. Now
juggling,
what am
are
I
you
gonna
gonna
do?
go for
Yeah,
farm
you
as well?
You might run into a slime that dissolves your gear.
Or a rust monster.
A rust monster.
Yeah.
Alright, so it sounds to me then like you guys want to go to Butterskull Ranch first, in that case.
To start off, I guess.
Oh, I almost forgot. How much does studded leather armor again?
Oh god, I think it's quite a bit, right? It's like 50 or something like that. It's like
Studded leather is 45.
yeah.
Oh, I've got
I
enough
was
money.
looking at buying that myself, actually.
Studded leather, let's go. Alright, now I'm good to go.
Yeah, I'll
I
buy
have
some.
4 gold and 5 silver left. I need this job.
Hey man, that's the life of the adventurer, right? You know, you're always going on adventures to earn money, to buy better gear, to go on better adventures, to earn more money, to buy better gear.
Horrible,
Cetera,
horrible
cetera.
stuff. Brad, how much can I sell my leather armor for?
Well,
That's the same thing.
you know what? Yours is very kind of like soggy, and there's like mold growing on the inside of it.
Whoa, this is racist just because I'm a water genasi?
Yes,
you
and maybe there's a goldfish living in there, and maybe some algae growing out of it.
Yeah, there's like coral and shit, you know.
You could probably just sell it for like half of whatever the buying value is.
5 gold.
Hell yeah, I have 9 gold and 4 silver.
Try not to go on a spending spree.
Try not to. Okay, now I'm good to go. Now I'm good to go, guys.
Did I buy a new belt? I did buy a new belt.
Very important. All right. So, with that, then, I suppose you begin to head out on the trail towards Butterskull Ranch. Obviously, you would know basically that it is somewhere along what is known as the Tribor Trail. About 60 miles. So it's going to be about like a 3-day journey, give or take, like 2 and a bit, really. So you provision yourself to make this sort of trip, 3 days there, 3 days back at least, and begin to head out along the trail, following this path that leads somewhat north from Phandalin before it intersects with the larger road that kind of goes from east to west, meandering around the hills and between the forest. And your first day of travel is relatively uneventful, so close to Phandalin. You don't really run into anything like strange or peculiar along the way. You make it 20 miles, so you basically get a little over that. So you make it to about this sort of area of the trail. Like I said, about halfway to the next town, and you settle down for the night, making a camp kind of along the trail, under the open stars and whatnot, and you wake up the next day, rested, and head out again. From there, you spend the day walking along this trail, and as nightfall approaches, you begin to see signs of like civilization up ahead. You see what appears to be sort of like the buildings of a town clustered together. Not a large village by any stretch. Nowhere near as large as Phandalin. It just seems to be like a few houses built around farms and whatnot. But as you get a little bit closer, you see that the town is sort of eerily silent, As you get a little bit closer, you can hear the whistling of wind blowing through what you now realize to be burned and crumbled down structures. This town, as you arrive here, appears to be nothing more than a ruin at this point. You see, basically, up ahead, in the center of town, as it's getting like close to night. I think all of you have a passive perception high enough to see that there are what appear to be 3 unsaddled horses. They appear to be like a breed of like riding horses, not like a draft horse or anything like that. And they're sort of grazing in some tall grasses near an old well. And they're like the only signs of life that you see.
Yikes. What do we do with
Why didn't the horses run away?
Why are they not eaten?
Like, if they're the only ones left, why didn't they just leave?
Or a horse
Because they feel safe, and
They feel safe in a burned village.
just because whatever burned the village went away, so there is no longer any danger.
So, okay, well,
Sure.
who's our
Sure.
resident rogue again? Nona. That was it. I turned to Nona. Do you want to scout ahead? You're pretty good at, like, staying out of my eyes.
Yours specifically?
Yeah. Sometimes I'll just turn around and then you're not there anymore.
I am pretty cool, like. Yeah, I'll take a look quietly.
All right.
Carefully and stealthily.
We'll keep our distance.
We'll make sure not to get in trouble. Good luck!
All right, so you're gonna sort of like quietly approach where these horses are. Like I said, they're pretty like far down the road. You see them grazing outside of an old well, quite a distance into town. It is dark,
Before
but
I
you
go,
have...
before I go, I will let's see 2 creatures. Let's.
Remember, we
Friedrich
still have the
and-
standing stones.
Asha. Okay, so for 5 hours, I can psychically talk to Friedrich and Asha if they're within a mile,
Oh, nice.
and they
Can
can
we
talk
respond?
you can talk to me, just not to each other.
Sweet.
All right.
Now I'll go.
Establish a telepathic
By thinking
link.
or talking out loud?
Okay.
It's telepathic, so it's just like in your mind.
So you will not give yourself away by making sound.
Nope. I think
You
that's
sort
you
of
without
hear-
moving my mouth.
You hear in Frederick's mind, oh, there she goes. Oh, it's so dark. Whoa, look at that bird.
Doesn't know how to not just broadcast all his thoughts.
This is a mistake.
So yeah, as you get a bit closer, you don't really necessarily have to. I think you're good enough, like at stealth, as just in general, that you don't have to roll for this to get a little bit closer to the scene. You get within sort of your dark vision range of these horses, and you see they appear to be like 3 very well cared for riding horses grazing near this well, and you notice that kind of on their back flank there is a brand, a 3-letter brand on like kind of like burned into their hide, and it says BAK, like 3 letters, like that. And they appear to just be like grazing. There's no sign anywhere nearby of like riders or anything like that. Just 3 horses. What you can tell is that I think you would know, like such brands are typical of like animals that are raised or belong to like a ranch or farm or something like that. Most people who just like own a horse don't really bother.
Branding.
And there are absolutely no signs of people.
No, none that you can see. It looks as though like But judging by the destruction here, like the state of the ruins, it looks like this place was sort of put to the torch like a while ago.
These horses are branded, but I don't see anyone.
Whoa! Is that you, Nona?
Yes.
Whoa!
Okay, Fred, snap out of it. We need to decide on what to do.
All right. Well, if there's no one there, I'd say let's just go on up then. Let's not leave Nona on her own. I'm sure she misses us. Oh wait, you can hear me, Nona. Oh, I'm sure you miss us.
Terribly.
Maybe they belong to the ranch ahead. Could that be
Also
it?
possible. Also possible.
Do the horses look skittish?
Is there?
Not necessarily, but I mean, you would know basically like, if you just approach a horse, like you could quite easily like startle it unless you're kind of like, being making calming gestures and approaching it in the right way. If you wanted to get like close enough to them to like touch them or ride them or whatever, you would have to succeed on an animal handling check basically to get close enough.
I don't think any one of us has that.
Horsey!
You
Uh-huh.
Did you just shout that?
Yes, he actually
Yes.
just shouted
All
that.
right. They immediately sort of like their heads like turn like looking towards this sound, and then they just kind of like take off running into the night.
Man, I don't think they were tame.
Good job, Freddy.
Oh, hey,
Just get away
Pretty
the
sure
horses.
that kind of yelling would have scared any animal.
Oh,
Hey,
maybe
at least they
actually.
didn't turn into shape-shifting demon Kelpie and didn't eat us.
Oh, that's true! Did you ring that bell, Nona?
No, I didn't think about it.
Oh,
Huh. It's
But-
unfortunate.
But yeah, so taking a little bit to like look around the town, yeah, you can see like this town has been long since sort of like sacked and abandoned. It looks like something came through here and like either like there was a big fire that just like raged out of control and burned down the whole town, or like it was raided and burned down by some sort of like outside force. You're not entirely sure, but you do know that you have to find somebody somewhere here basically to kind of settle down for the night as sort of the moon is rising and your
Where are we on the
travel
map?
time. You are in this town of Connieberry, or the
Right.
the X town of Connieberry. Now the ruins.
What was the quest card again that we were doing for us up here? I don't think anyone has it in their hand,
no,
actually.
Probably not. Let me just copy it over.
And we're back.
Copy,
Did you
copy,
DC
copy,
Bear?
Copy.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Were you talking in the meantime?
Butterskull Ranch, 5 miles
Not
east
really.
of Pony Bear. 5 miles, eh?
Mhm. Yeah, so it's like a third, like a quarter of a day travel out of this town.
Right.
If only
Well, I
someone
guess
had had some animal handling.
Don't know what you mean. Well, I guess it's too far just to put it, so... Are there any buildings that are like, maybe still a bit
Halfway
intact?
serviceable?
Yeah.
Not particularly, no. It seems like whatever came through here was pretty thorough. There aren't really... There are some buildings that had like stone like walls kind of on the lower floors, but even still like the roofs are like collapsed in or burned out or whatever. So it's just like these strange like standing stone structures, like foundational bits of houses. There's not much in the way of like good cover necessarily.
Maybe we should camp out a bit outside the former town, off the road. Less chance of being spotted that way.
Would it be better to go somewhat closer to the forest or the other way?
Oh, I don't know. The
I'm
forest is
not
full
sure
of
if the
things like
forest is a very fun place to be.
the forests are usually filled with things like bears, social workers.
Place still will be warm.
Social bear workers.
Fluffy bears.
I think we should find the most how should I put it? Uncrumbled wall. It will at least keep the wind away.
I suppose that could also work, yeah.
Yeah, what are they gonna do? Come back and burn the buildings twice?
Orcs are just like, you know what? Let's just do it a second time, boys. Oh Christ!
These buildings
I
weren't
guess
burned enough
we'll
the
just
first
find
time.
I guess we'll just find a stone wall, Brad, and set up camp next
Sure.
to that. So we at least have some cover, I guess.
Sure, yeah, you like find a building that's like not completely full of rubble and like, move some of the wood and like burnt ash like out of the way to settle up a camp inside of like a more sheltered area. Yeah, and you begin to settle down for the night.
Friedrich plays the bagpipes.
All right, being very inconspicuous and hiding your presence.
Trying to attract the social bear workers.
By the way, were there any corpses around?
There were
Or was
not.
it just burnt buildings?
Just burnt buildings as far as you
Huh.
saw.
So either everyone ran or they took them with them.
Oh wait, never mind. I don't have bagpipes.
Or they ate them.
Good.
Good.
I guess that's an option.
No freedom for you.
I'm gonna use some string and my bell to set up an alarm.
Okay. Yeah, you rig like a rudimentary kind of tripwire alarm. All right. Yeah. So you head to sleep, and rest for the night, and the night passes uneventfully, if not a little bit kind of eerie and on edge, sleeping in this sort of like burned out ruin of a town. But you all awake the next day and begin to pack up and head out. No sign of those horses that were scared off, where
No,
they might have gone off to.
I just had a thought. I think this is the first time you guys have woken up with Friedrich.
I don't
I
sleep.
think yeah, okay. The next morning, Friedrich, when you guys meet up with Friedrich, he's like, "Ah, my friends! Did you all sleep well last night?"
If it weren't
it
for
was
you
a bit
snoring, it would have been better, thank you.
Ah, well, what
Accurate.
can you do on the roads, eh? Nonetheless, it looks like we haven't been besotted upon by any hordes of undue creatures. I think it's best to move on, eh?
I suppose we still have a job to do.
After all, yes, quite. I do hope that ranchers are okay. But with the orcs being the way they are, guess there's no guarantee. At least the quest is generous, eh?
I mean, to be fair, this burnt village doesn't bode well.
No, it's rather a grim omen, if I do say so myself. And there's been many stories of such things like this in the past. Who knows?
Are
Maybe
you
they got lucky and they're the exception.
Are you going to tell us a story now?
Maybe on the road. Wouldn't be good to draw too much onward attention here. Says that maybe the ruined husk of a town, but it could still be privy to unwanted travelers.
Very
Friedrich,
well.
can you hold still
Let's
for a
move
second?
on.
Sorry, what did you say?
Friedrich, can you hold still for a second?
Of course.
I want to check his head for damage.
Make a medicine check.
She did. She
Uh,
The one.
It's yeah. There's just man, it's too far gone, man. He's probably
He is beyond your help.
The horses got to him.
I was honestly expecting you wanted to
Someday we'll
stab
find him
him.
an expert, Nona. Someday we'll get him help.
As we start to travel, you'll notice Friedrich at some point pulls out some of the mushrooms that he took from the cave a while ago and starts eating them.
I
And
was
before
wondering
long-
about
Green
that.
And then before long, whoa, it looks like we're getting close, guys.
All right. Yeah. So as you guys are making your way east now, exiting from the ruins of Conneberry, and making your way towards where Butterskull Ranch is presumably, um, about a mile outside of town. I think it's Asha. Who has the? Let's see. Who has the highest passive perception? You have 13. I don't have your tokens in here,
Mine's
so I hit the.
9.
Yours is 11, 9. Yeah, so I think Asha, you notice something like strange basically at the side of the road as you're making your way out of town. You're basically like a mile outside of town. There's still another like four miles or so to go before you reach where the ranch is supposed to be. You see, you're kind of traveling through these fields, basically like these flat plains between a couple of like clusters of hills, and you see maybe like a few 100 feet off the road, amidst the tall grasses in the field, what appears to be like a large cow grazing in the field, just on its lonesome. There is like a bell like
A
around
picture cow?
around the neck. Do you do anything?
Do I want to sneak up on the cow?
Sneak up on the cow?
You're the only one that
Well-
notices.
Yeah, so far you're the only one that has like noticed. Everyone, you like stop maybe like seeing this and kind of like turning your head a little bit at the side, like at this strange sight. Everybody else is just like continuing to walk.
Okay, guys, don't look that way. Fred, don't make any sounds, please.
I
Stop.
stop.
Stand
I
stand
stop
still.
completely still. Doesn't move a muscle.
Yes, you're allowed to breathe. There is a cow over there grazing in the fields. Maybe it's from the same place as the horses. Do we want to take a closer look?
Yo,
You have to give him
Frederick.
permission to
Pretty
talk.
sure you can talk now.
Oh, right. I mean, I suppose it's worth a look.
Why do we need to look at
It's a
that?
shame we don't have that bell anymore.
Do we have a spying glass?
Those things
in
are
any-
1,000 gold.
Those things are very rare and expensive. Yeah, that technology is
Oh,
sort of like
okay.
a very
Well.
like.
Okay, not that technologically advanced.
Yeah. They don't have modern manufacturing processes to make lenses easily.
I guess we can just sneak up on it.
Nona can sneak up on it.
Sneak up on more animals.
Putting your skills to good use. Yeah, so what do you guys want to do?
Go meet the cow. I don't know if we need to.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to approach closer, you are certainly free to do so. I guess who's going to go like closer? I guess out of everyone, who's gonna investigate?
Who's the sneakiest one? Myself and Nona?
Yep.
Yeah, but I'm not very good with it.
What sort of role do I need to... I mean, what check do I have to do?
Well, if you're trying to like approach without being spotted, it would be a stealth check. Otherwise, there's no check required just to approach it.
Ah,
So it's up to you whether you want to like try to sneak up on
There
it
are
without being
DC.
noted. Oh, did you?
Max stealth.
Maximum stealth. Stealth from even us.
hello, I have disconnected for that.
That's fine. Roll stealth.
Yeah, so if you
Roll
want,
stealth?
if you want to like approach unseen, you can roll stealth. Otherwise, you don't have to roll anything. Just like walk towards the cow. if you don't care about not being seen. All right. So you sort of like crouch down.
Maybe it's rabbit. Maybe it will charge at me. I don't
Rabbit
know.
cow. You crouch
Rabbit
down.
cow.
You crouch down in like the tall grasses and begin to make your way towards the cow. You kind of all lose sight of her like relatively quickly amidst the overgrown fields. As you get closer, you can see an area
Aaron,
basically.
hold Frederick down, please. Hold him. Don't make him make any
Will
sudden
do.
moves.
As you get closer,
Grabs
Asha,
Friedrich's arms.
Okay.
yeah. So as you get closer, Asha, you can see basically an area where this cow has sort of been grazing, and like the grass has been somewhat like flattened by the constant chewing, and you see like as you get closer, you can see that the cow has sort of this like elaborate like cowbell tied around her neck, and you spot that there is a brand on her hindquarters, the same sort of 3 letters that were on the horses back in the town, this sort of like large BAK. It seems to just be very calmly sort of chewing at the grass, like the ears like flapping every so often, the tail like swatting at flies, and just kind of like every so often like lifts its head and kind of and like moves on. Seems rather like calm as far as things go.
Okay, so I just snuck up on a cow for nothing. I feel silly now.
That cow might have clues. You don't know that.
It might be a
Can you talk-
shapeshifter for all we know. You never know.
Do I want to
Can a
steal that
mimic-
bell?
Like, transform into a cow.
A mimic can transform into anything.
Alright. Well, it looks like the cow's not bothered by our presence. I'm gonna approach.
Sure, yeah. You like approach closer to the cow as well. You see the same thing. You see like the brand basically on the hindquarters. And just
I inspect the brand.
yeah, as you get closer, not really being stealthy in any rate, the cow sort of like lifts its head towards you and just goes, and like continues chewing on grass.
Moo
Classic.
moo to you too, buddy. Let's see that butt tattoo.
Yeah, it's just 3 letters, just BAK.
Okay, it's the
Sort
same
of like
horses.
it's like stylized like a brand, so it's like interconnected, right? Like so it's all just like one thing, but yeah, it's just 3 letters.
Butter Ranch Skull. BAK. I think they're from the ranch. That sounds right. Well, I'm not confident what's gonna happen when we get there now. Alright. Does the cow like have a bell on its neck?
Yeah, it has like a big like
Something-
Yeah,
cowbell. Yeah.
Yeah. Should we take the cow back to the ranch since we're heading there anyway?
Good.
Oh,
Do you
I
want
think it
the
might be a
cow to
better idea
accompany
to leave
us?
it here for now. But
It's done so well for itself until now.
Alright. Brad, I take my rope, put it through the little, I guess, like, loop that the collars usually have, if it has one.
All right,
You
the
can
cow
loop it around its horns.
the cow like shakes off your attempts a couple of times, but then just allows it to happen.
Oh,
Now
nice.
this is an open field. So are you doing this as like a lead for it, or are you gonna try to like tie it to something? What's your end goal here?
A lead. I'm gonna
Alright.
tie it as a lead so we can take it to the ranch with us. I'm
Okay,
gonna lead it along.
sure.
Freddy, congratulations. I see you've made a new friend.
maybe we'd like
Fortu-
some of those mushrooms.
Oh no, that's not good on animals.
But
No,
imagine the
How do you
milk
know?
it will give.
God.
Besides, they're
Oh
mine.
no.
I found them.
Oh
man.
no.
Okay, we got the cow. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
So you begin to leave then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you begin to leave, Friedrich, you're sort of like holding the rope. You walk away the length of your rope, 50 feet or whatever. And then it's just sort of like you just like are stopped short, right? You just like slamming into a brick wall almost. Like you almost feel your arm kind of being tugged backwards as you try to drag this cow along, but it's just like super heavy and not budging. And it just sort of
Keep
like,
pulling.
As you're kind of like pulling at it, you all see like Friedrich just like struggling to like pull this cow backwards.
And wiggling and flailing and not being able to convince the cow to
Guys,
move along.
help! The cow doesn't want to go home.
There's so
Perhaps
much. There's
that's
so
a
much.
sign that you should leave it be.
There's a lot of food here, so it's like currently just invested in that. Somebody will have
I
to
think
attempt
it's very.
an animal handling check to convince the cow to come along.
How does that thing even work?
Animal handling is based on wisdom.
On wisdom?
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
And it's a skill like no one ever gets.
Except druids.
Well, I'm not the
Or
person to go to
rangers.
for that.
All right. Did none of us have any good wisdom? The monk sure
My level
does.
is 7!
Yeah, you got plus
How's
3. There you go.
that?
All right. So Acha, I mean, you don't really like know what you're doing, but like you've kind of like got some
Yes,
vague ideas of like how to like coerce animals or like convince animals to like do things. And yeah, after some
I talked gently to it. To that cow. I patted on its neck and scratched it behind the ear.
yeah,
and
so
things like that.
you spend some time basically just sort of like pampering the cow essentially. And eventually it's sort of like it like moves happily and kind of like begins following along on the lead.
All right. The Cow Whisperer.
What a title.
Yes, I'm all inspired now. Hey, but I couldn't just leave Frederick without his new friend. He would have cried.
Mm-hmm. True. All right, Butterskull Ranch, cow in tow.
All right. So as you approach closer to where the ranch basically is, you see basically Butterskull Ranch occupies this large plot of land on the north side of the Tribord Trail, like nestled between two kind of like hills. There's a rather like ramshackle wooden fence as you kind of like approach a bit closer, and you can see basically that it behind that fence there's like a couple of cornfields, what appears to be sort of like an apple orchard, some just like gardens and pasture land for grazing, and there's a path basically that breaks off from the trail, leads up to a 2-story farmhouse next to a pond. West of the farmhouse, you see what appears to be the charred remains of a barn and smithy that have been burned to the ground. You notice that there are what appear to be pigs sort of like wandering the fields, gardens, and orchard, just kind of like uncontained, right? Just like wandering around, like eating things and oinking.
Oink,
How
oink.
terribly cute. Does this thing have a gate of any sort?
It does not. It's just like open, and there's like a fence to like fence off the fields, but there's no like actual like gate or anything. I think there would be like a sign. Right, like there's like a sign that basically says like Butterskull Ranch, in that very typical kind of like ranch style over the fence entrance or whatever. But there's no gate or anything like that.
All right. The post said we need to assess damage and find Alphonse. Let's get to that then. I guess, is there like a main house?
Yeah, so there's like a farmhouse. You can see there's like a trail that leads down to like a farmhouse and kind of like a cluster of buildings.
Alright. I make my way over there.
Okay.
Cow in tow.
As you're kind of like approaching like the area and kind of going down this path, I think you all hear a sort of strange noise. This loud, kind of almost like rumbling, essentially. And then it's like very quiet, barely audible, but it grows a little bit like louder as you're kind of like making your way down the trail. And then you notice, I think Asha's the first to notice, but I think everybody notices eventually. A rather large, like white figure is cutting a path like across the sky and seems to be sort of circling the area. It's sort of like winged creature.
Hide, look for cover, get down in the grass, make yourself invisible.
What is that?
Sounds like a very good plan to me.
I'm ducking for cover, guys.
I'll hide.
Oh, right.
Same here.
I'll hide.
Yes, Friedrich is hiding in the shadow of the cow.
I like that idea.
All right. So you begin to sort of like seeing this. You begin to kind of like hide yourselves. Try to attempt to disguise your presence. Can you all make for me a stealth check? I'll do a group stealth check.
Oh! 19! Rolled on it, got a 23.
Wow.
Damn.
Alright, so Fiora, you're now eagle food. Giant eagle food.
Yeah, I mean, I'm used to getting eaten and attacked, so at this point,
Ooh, that's lewd.
eaten by a plant monster, chewed on by a mimic. Eagle monster can only add, right?
It's
Can
true.
only be added to the list.
All
Can we
right.
use the cow as a distraction?
Hey, that cow's my friend.
If anything, the cow is making it more difficult to hide. It's very hard to like hide when you have a large cow with you. But it's kind of like behind you, right? So you're like ahead and it's like on the lead, so it's like been following behind you. So you like duck into the corn stalks or whatever, trying to hide, bringing the cow along with you. And let's see, 23, 25, so 2 pretty good results, 2 kind of meh results. Yeah, so I think as you're sort of like crouched in the fields, you see basically this sort of like large, like bloated looking pig sort of like stumbles out onto the pathway just ahead of you. And let's just bring him over to a map of the area so you can see better. So yeah, you see this like pig kind of like up ahead of you. Like crossing over to one of the fields, and then you hear this like loud roar, and you notice that the creature that was circling up ahead kind of begins to like turn and descend, and as it gets closer, you see that this isn't some sort of like avian creature. It appears to be reptilian in nature. White, like pure white scales, spines sort of like along the ridge of its back, 2 big leathery wings. And as it like slams down towards the ground, you see it just like blasts this like cone of just pure ice from its mouth onto the pig, which just freezes solid in an instant. And you all see basically this massive creature just slam it to the ground, grabbing it up with like one claw, and just sort of like kind of like crushing into this like frozen pig. You're all just sort of like terrified, like huddling in the corn stalks, hoping to God that you aren't seen. You see it reaches down, like snaps a chunk of this frozen pig off with this crunching noise, and then kind of begins to look around, and you see its eyes sort of pass over the corn stalks where you're hiding, and you all sort of take a deep breath as it's kind
Hold
of like
your breath.
looking over you. I think we see this sort of thing, like Friedrich is there, and we see like the big, like huge, like bluish white dragon eye through the corn stalks, looking through the fields towards where Friedrich is, and for a moment it stops, like looking kind of directly in your area, before it sort of lets out a bellowing roar, picking up what's left of the pig and sort of flapping its wings. And as it does so, the corn stalks are sort of like blasted backwards from the force of this thing's wings.
Oh,
You
no.
all have to like cover yourself basically, as it's like this wind pressure from it taking off slams through the fields, but it takes off like quickly and starts flying up and away back the way it came from.
Thank you, unknown piggy. You have saved us.
Oh man, the dragon's here.
You hear a loud from behind you.
Mm.
I untie the cow, and it's like, it's too dangerous for you to keep going with us.
But yeah, so you see basically this happens. It like takes off into the air with this pig, and you see it continue. It like begins to like circle high above again. But it like flies kind of like off a ways, so before it like begins circling. So you have some time basically to like scramble to whatever destination you're going towards.
Yeah, I'll untie the cow. It's like, it's too dangerous for you to continue with us. I'm sorry. All right, to the farmhouse. Everyone, keep low.
Okay, how far is that
Yeah.
thing?
55.
Too far?
Yeah, it's basically over kind of like an open area here, and this creature, this dragon, is still sort of circling overhead. So as you guys like
Well,
make,
we could.
Can't we just sneak like through here?
Yeah, that's what I was
Quickly, like,
thinking.
yeah, you
area?
can like
Quick-
sneak across and like go through the cornfields towards it.
Nona can lead. She has the best stealth.
Okay.
All right. So if you guys are making your way, I'll need everybody to give me another batch of stealth checks for like moving now through these cornfields. You have an advantage due to the cover of like the tall corn stalks and whatnot.
Oh
The
no, it's
tables
my
have
turn to
turned.
become food. Oh no, it's not my turn to become. Wait, no, you rolled. It's advantage. Never mind. No, it is my turn to become food.
So as a group, you have all succeeded. So those of you who are better at it covering from Friedrich's flubs, so you guys managed to make your way kind of to the outskirts of this field, navigating around to where the farmhouse is. And as you get a little bit closer, you can see that kind of in the area, like in front of the farmhouse, you notice that there are what appear to be bodies lying up ahead, swarming with flies, as though they've been long dead. There are what appear to be
Ew.
5 like human corpses, sort of lying in the sun, baking out in the heat, swarmed with flies, pretty badly butchered, wearing like tattered like ranch hand attire, basically.
So we
We should be
found
like-
the resident.
Yeah, man, we did. We need to get some evidence, though, confirming his demise.
Can you tell from a distance any one of them is different?
Nope. Think we gotta get closer. No, you could do it.
No, I'm trying to figure out a way to maybe drag the corpses to us.
Yeah, sure, I'll do everything.
Friedrich, do you still have that rope?
Yeah.
Can you make a lasso out of it? Or I don't know. I just don't want to get out of cover.
I don't know. I feel like it's a bit far for a lasso. Nona's got good stealth, though.
I think as you guys are like looking over this, you hear another roar and see like the dragon descend towards like the other side of the farm, kind of like landing on some unsuspecting prey that you can't see from here.
Getting closer?
Go! It's landed! Go! Is the house still intact?
Yeah, it's like relatively intact, it seems. There's no like visible damage.
Okay, let's
I
make
run
it.
into the house while it's grounded.
All right.
While it's occupied.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, yeah, so you guys run over, like, across the way, passing these corpses, and the smell just, like, assails you almost immediately as you, like, run past the corpses. They've been here for a while, and it is rank. But you guys manage to, like, run up to the front door, basically, of this house. And you can see there's basically sort of, like, a little... like a porch situation, right? There's like a little stair that leads onto like a porch, and there's like a big like front entrance door. You also see there's like a couple of windows, and as you like get closer, like running up to the entrance, you pass by this sort of like well that's been put in the ground, and you can see basically. I think Asha, you notice basically. Some sort of like movement through the windows, but you don't quite catch what as you all like sprint up to the doorway underneath the cover of the awning.
All right. Is the door unlocked?
Let me double check here.
I have a feeling it's not.
It's fine. Nona has thieves' tools, I hope.
I do.
Nice. Nona really is doing everything.
Or Theron can just slam it down with her shoulder.
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
I
kind
mean,
of
that will make a bunch of
desperate.
noise though, and the thing will probably hear us. And then it will just freeze the entire house.
The door does not appear to be locked.
All right.
Oh,
Perfect.
lucky us.
I open the door.
Okay.
Run.
Quietly, I
You-
hope.
Open the
Close
door
it behind you.
and run in. Let me just gather you all up from here and drop you over here.
It's dark. all
Ah,
of
my
a
character
sudden.
has been moved.
Safe. For now.
I mean, that might be able to assume we don't know what's in this house.
Hello, is anyone home?
Yeah, not the best thing to do.
You sort of like let out a loud shout, basically, and as you do so, you hear basically some like the sound of like pots and pans basically being knocked over from behind this door, and at the same point you hear like what sounds like furniture breaking from behind this other door.
Oh,
I draw my weapons.
Yeah.
which ones?
Both of them. Short sword and scimitar.
Actually, no. I think since we have
You
been
have too
discovered,
many. You have to dagger, you have to short sword, you have to rapier, and you have to scimitar. Which one?
Short sword and scimitar is the default go-to at the moment.
Okay.
Got a piercing and slash.
All right.
actually, I think
Oh,
we
it's
should
good to
announce
know.
our presence and check for survivors. So, hello, is anyone alive in here?
Just did that.
There's literally a huge dragon circling outside. We hear a bunch of noise without anyone saying anything. We're just like, hey, is anyone alive?
Uh,
Hi,
I'll go to,
everyone!
like-
We're here!
I guess I'll go to like.
Come and get us!
Well,
I guess I'll go
that's
to, like-
too bad. Freddy already gave us away. Might as well be friendly about it.
I guess I'll go to
Can I
like
just open this door?
slowly like open this door. Oh yeah, let's open both the doors.
Both at the same time. Okay.
Yes.
Uh,
3, 2,
2,
1.
All right.
Shouldn't you be on full HP, Asha?
Should be, yeah.
Yes. I don't know.
We
You
had
should
a
be, yeah.
long rest, I'm pretty sure, so.
Yeah. So you throw open both doors, and before you step in any further, you throw open both doors.
Oh no, I'm not supposed to have that much.
Friedrich, you see through the door that you open what appears to be like a kitchen. There's like a large butter churn, some work tables, shelves of foodstuffs and ale, hanging pots and pans, and like you see this sort of like small table that has this what appears to be like a butter mold that is like somewhat skull shaped. And you notice like this place looks as though it's been ransacked and is currently in the process of being ransacked. As you open the door, you hear this sort of like strange sort of like grunting and shouting, and you see on the other side of the door as you open it and it sees you, this orc. Theron, meanwhile, you are opening the other room. You see it opens into a dining room. There's sort of these two large wooden tables flanked by benches, with a number of like cattle skulls on the wall to add decor. Although some of them have been like torn down and like smashed on the ground, and you notice some of the chairs are broken. One of the tables kind of like cleaved in half, and you as well hear sort of like these strange, kind of like grunting noises, almost is like deep, kind of like guttural grunting noises as you see a few kind of these sort of like mottled purple-skinned orcs with these like deep like purple glowing eyes, and they see you, and there's a collective sort of like battle cry from the two rooms. And let's
So
roll some initiative.
can't I just close the door to buy us time?
You can, but opening a door, unless you're like specifically trying to like hold it shut, opening a door is going to be trivially easy for anybody. It won't really buy you much time.
Yeah. Wow. That's 4 though.
Let me
Nice.
make these guys blue. These are the Theron room orcs. You just had to go and open both doors at the same time, as you do.
Hey, we
Yes,
gotta have
we
a
have a
challenge.
wise party like that.
I mean, at least we have 2 doors, so they can't both come through at the same time.
This way we can take them all out in the one fight.
Yes,
Yeah. Except
all
there's
of them.
probably more.
Alright, I'm gonna use Thunder Wave and alert the dragon.
Yeah, just play Secret Tunnel.
It's not Secret Tunnel though, it's Abandoned House. Abandoned House!
Play Abandoned House.
All right, so Friedrich, as you throw open this door, you see these orcs kind of like on the other side. This one has a large great axe that was sort of like embedded in a table that it was like chopping in half. It pulls it pulls the great axe up, like kicks the table aside, and charges you in the doorway. And then it is going to make an attack against you with its great axe.
No. That hits.
It will hit, dealing 13 points of slashing damage.
That's an ouchie.
The other two orcs, they were more preoccupied with what they were doing, but they grab their weapons basically and like kind of like ready themselves. Their companion is blocking the doorway, but they are kind of ready. You hear the sounds of more orcs in the room, and then it's your turn, Friedrich.
Yep. So I will go to slash at him with my new scimitar. Missed horribly. All part of the plan.
Of course.
I'm then going to stab at him with the short sword, and hit nicely. I think, hopefully.
An 18 will hit.
Yep. So I will then apply my defensive flourish. So I'll use one of my bardics as a d6
Okay.
to deal an extra 4 damage, and add that to my AC until the start of my next turn.
Okay. So you boost your AC up to 19 and deal a bit of extra damage. Got it.
That's my turn.
Asha. Let me see. What do you see? You see, yeah, there's an orc that just charged at Friedrich with an axe, and you see more orcs kind of in the room that Theron just opened.
I think it's easier to take down one. So, summoning arms.
Oh yeah, you have 10
That's-
feet reach, so you can attack over me.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
summon your arms, this guy will be the only one like in the initial AOE. But then
He
you'll have
will be.
You'll have 10-foot reach from then on. So yeah, if you want to spend a key point and do that,
Mm-hmm.
it's a
Yes.
dexterity save, right? I believe.
Do I need to link you something? A skill?
Yeah, if you just
Arms of
hold
the-
on, let me just I'll click it. Yeah, here we go. All right. Yes, a dexterity saving throw against your monk DC, which is based on wisdom, if I'm not mistaken. So it'll be 10, 13, DC 13. Dexterity save. which it just succeeds. So I believe that takes no damage. Yeah, it's all or nothing.
No damage.
But that's a bonus action, so you can still make your normal attack.
A flurry of blows will use another key, but will give me 2 attacks, right?
You cannot do flurry of blows on the same turn that you summon your arms because they are both a bonus
okay,
action.
okay. Then just one attack
make
against
one
the orc.
attack.
Oh,
A 12, unfortunately, is insufficient. Your hand sort of slams into the side of the doorway rather than hitting the orc.
Ow, that must hurt.
I mean,
no, they're just they aren't really my arms.
ghost hands, yeah.
Oh,
Yep,
true.
yep. They
Yes,
extend
that
your
is a
nerve
good
endings as
point.
well. Whoever designed them thought it'd be a good idea to make you feel pain from them as well.
Well, the door will be hurt.
Yeah, the door
Nona, help me.
cracks in a little bit. Nona.
Do I have a clear shot on this one?
He will have cover, +2 cover bonus, but they're not very well armored.
What if I get in?
Well, if you get in melee, then you'll have disadvantage because you're shooting in melee unless you have crossbow expert or whatever that feat is.
Well, they're not. It's a melee weapon that I can throw.
Oh, well, if you make the melee attack, I would still say he would have cover because you're attacking around the corner.
Then I won't get.
An 18 is a hit. 10 points of damage as you throw this sort of psychic mind blade through this orc. There's just like this brief moment where it kind of like staggers backwards, not really sure of like what's going on, and then just like blood begins to like ooze from its ears and eyes, and it just collapses to the ground.
Bonus action.
Ow.
Oh, sad.
Oh wow, no, not the orc slayer.
Okay, and then can I hit this one?
What's the range? 30?
It's 60.
Yeah, you're within range.
Okay. Bonus action.
An 11 is insufficient. Where Psychic Blade goes wide, trying to like avoid throwing it through there. And
Alright. That's it.
I appreciate you not hitting me with it.
all right,
Get ready for the orc attack.
the orc charges in. Wog.
Bog!
All right.
Wait.
So
Are there 3?
Yes,
Only
there
one
are
can
3
attack you, though.
Oh, God.
all right.
Only one can attack you, though. It's fine.
No. So
There's four.
one gets a normal attack against you. 2 attack you from like around the corner, so you have a cover bonus from them due to like the presence of the corner. And then the other one has a javelin that it's going to throw, also with a cover bonus because it's like throwing through its.
Well,
cover
goodbye,
edge.
everyone. It was nice to have known you.
I'll miss you, fan.
All right. So the regular attack will get out of the way first. That is a hit for 6 points of slashing damage. Then the next 2 are going to be against a target of 18 because of your cover bonus. They both hit.
Just tell me how much damage I take.
You take 6, another 6, and 4. So at this point, you've taken 16. And then the
I'm
last
still alive,
one throws
sort of.
its javelin also against a target of 18 and whiffs horribly. Just
Fantastic.
throws it into the
Oh,
ceiling.
It just
Sort of.
stabs in the door.
All right, Theron.
How much do those health potions we got at the very start heal for?
They heal for 2d4 plus 2.
So max 10, basically.
If
If
you're
you're
very
lucky.
yes.
Yes.
At worst,
Okay,
4.
Yeah, that's it's kind of garbage.
Kill the orcs.
Yeah, just kill all 4 of them at once, right?
Hey, one at a time. That's all
You
you
got
can do.
this.
Why do
What?
3 of them have great axes?
Just how orcs
Just
roll,
one.
you know?
Let me see.
You have all your
Why do we have-
abilities, so
Why do I have two orc groups in the turn order?
because one
Because
is
they were
the-
in different rooms.
Yeah, one is the room that Friedrich opened, and one is the group of orcs in the room that Theron opened.
We could have
Yeah,
fought them
we
separately,
should have
but
left
we're-
before closed. But it's okay. So I'm still not exactly sure in what order I'm supposed to do this, but I'm just gonna hit it with my scimitars, and also use this on one of them.
Yeah, so you choose to do that once you've confirmed that you hit. Like, you don't expend anything until you hit, and then you add that on top afterwards.
Alright. Well,
That is a hit. So 5 points of slashing damage. Do you want a trip attack on the first one?
I think it would be best to just do it on the one in front of me.
Okay. I'm just saying because you might, well, I guess it wouldn't really. I don't think it can do enough damage to finish it off. So, yeah.
Oh,
Alright.
I have no idea what you're saying.
Well, because you, like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lag.
Yes. Can I still use the action search thing to hit him one more time?
Yeah, but I will
Or-
tell you, you add extra. So when you do your trip attack maneuver, you add extra damage.
Yes.
So you roll your superiority
Nice.
die, whatever that is, and that adds extra damage. I think it's a D.
Which is
Is it a D8 at the start, or is
it's
it a
1d8,
D6?
so.
Yeah. All right, yeah, just roll a D8.
I mean, it shows up as a d8, so.
Yeah, that's what it is. All right.
Nice.
Ooh.
So the additional 7 points of damage from your tripping attack. As you go to trip it, there's a force behind your blow that even you're a little bit surprised from. And instead of like tripping it, you actually just sort of like sever the leg, and it like collapses backwards, bleeding heavily onto the
Nice.
ground before falling dead. So you still have, you can use your action surge to make one more attack. You can like step into the room or whatever. Or you can try to attack around the corner, but you'll be facing the same like cover penalty basically that they were attacking around the corner.
If I step to the side, do I still get the thing where they like lash out because I walked away from them?
One of them, at least one of them will, yeah, because you'll be stepping out of range. But again, you'll have the cover bonus, but
I was thinking
then-
that would be nice because then one of them could technically come into the room, and then we'd all be protected from the rest, basically.
up to you.
He'll just
Not
walk through the
necessarily.
square.
If,
at
if
that
one
point.
comes in, they can walk through the others.
Oh, true. Yeah.
You might just be better standing your ground, to be honest.
Yeah.
Do you want
Oh,
to
scary.
you want to action surge, or do you want to just
I think I'll save it for now, which might be an incredibly bad idea, but
Okay.
whatever. We'll see.
You'll be fine.
You can second wind.
Yeah, you can second win. No, because she did 2 weapon fighting.
Oh, did
Yeah,
she
just
attack
use your
twice?
bonus action.
Yeah.
Oh, I only saw.
That's unfortunate.
You'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Alright.
So
I'll be
then we're
fine.
back-
I have 12 health left. I'll be fine.
Back to the
That's
first.
more than I
group.
have.
They didn't see anybody enter the room, so their ready attacks go a bit wasted. But they did see their friend get cut down, and you hear this sort of like wag noise as they charge up towards you,
Wag.
Friedrich.
Is
In front
rage
of the
bad
door?
or a good thing on those orcs?
Am I getting cover bonus here?
Oh no.
Yeah, so one of them like steps into the door to like attack you. The other one is like swinging from like around it, so you have cover from one of them.
All right.
All right. So
How many orcs are showing up?
We opened 2 doors.
I know.
the
What the
first
hell?
one just hits you.
Well,
With your bonus.
19.
Only deals
Oh
4.
god.
Woo!
God,
The other one
just get a
has
19.
you have a cover bonus, so it's against 21. It's the number they have to beat, and it misses. Just hits the axe into the door.
Does it get stuck there?
Temporarily, but they're strong enough to like pry it loose, basically. But it's stuck for the time being. Friedrich.
Kick it in the nuts.
Yes. Let's see here. Two of them, eh? I believe I've got something for that, actually. Slashing Flourish. Here we are. To any other creature of choice that you can see within 5 feet of you. Doesn't? Okay. Just deals extra damage to it. Doesn't actually have to make an attack. Alright. Well, I'll attack the one directly in front of me. No
Okay.
cover bonus for him. Scimitar. And then I'll apply my Slashing Flourish. So the extra damage that I roll on my d6 will apply to the one next to it just automatically.
Can you
As well
ping-
as to him.
Can you ping that in chat just to
Yes. Wait. I closed it. Hang on. It's here somewhere. Nope.
Professional.
Here it is. Slashing Flourish.
Then
Second
it
from the
costs a
bottom.
weapon to deal extra damage to the target you hit and to any other creature. Alright. So it takes 2 points of slashing damage.
Yep.
Alright.
And the one that I hit took 10. And then I'll stab it, of course, with my short sword.
Alright, offhand.
And can I... It doesn't say I can't... Yeah, offhand. But I have 2 weapon fighting, so it's
Yeah,
fine.
I mean, I think you can... It's like the, It's like the maneuvers, right? You can just keep using them until you're out of the resource to use them. Oh,
Yeah,
no, wait. No,
I can
wait,
do it.
No. It says you can only do 1 per turn.
One per turn. Okay, that's fine then. Then yeah, just a normal stabby stab.
Alright, 5 points of damage is enough to stab this orc and finish it off.
Nice.
Once it falls back, it's
Very
fine, so it,
nice.
like, takes its place in the doorway. Asha. There are a plethora of targets within your punching range. Because it is very far. So you can hit basically any of these targets that you can see. And you have special ghost hands, so you don't have to worry about, like, attacking around doors or anything like that.
Flurry of blows, do it.
Yes, flurry of blows. -1 key. So do I get free?
Yeah, you'll have
Attacks?
3 attacks total if you do that.
Nice. Just hit them all.
Do I? I suppose I could go and save Friedrich, but I'm a little bit annoyed with him right now.
There's nothing wrong. What are you talking about?
How much health do you have left?
7.
You'll be fine.
I suppose
There's only
you
one
can
left.
serve.
You'll be fine.
And okay, there is also Nona who can help you, so I'm going to go hit one of the orcs that's threatening Theron.
Thank you.
And just 3 unarmed strikes.
Alright.
Did that do?
The first one is a miss. Not quite enough to hit them. But the other 2 hit, dealing 14 points of damage. Heavily, like, wounding this orc, but not quite finishing it off. Then it's Nona's turn.
Right. Throw it this way.
Alright. Oh yeah, easily. 10 points of damage. It is still up.
Bonus attack.
Oh yeah.
Oh my!
Too bad I can't sneak attack again.
I know, if only.
That's why
I think 7's
always,
still good.
That's why I always don't roll my sneak attack until
I don't have a choice. It just does it.
Yeah, true. But like, I don't know.
You can opt not to.
Yeah, I think the roll 20 sheets let you like not do it, but yeah, if you're doing it from D&D Beyond, then it
Yeah,
probably
D&D
just does it automatically.
I mean, technically, couldn't you also just say, yeah, I'm not using sneak attack this time, even if it's rolled?
Yeah, if I said it beforehand.
Yeah, if you say like
Yeah.
beforehand, like I may or may not use it, like
I guess, because otherwise you could say because it's a quote-unquote bad roll.
because sometimes when I'm 2-weapon fighting, I like to try to like bait for the potential crit for the sneak attack, so I don't use it until I hit the second one. But the downside of that is if you miss the second attack, then you don't get your sneak attack at all.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a bummer, but it's a gamble.
That's why I just blow it whenever I get.
Yeah, it's usually the safe option to just do it instead of trying to min-max it like a min-maxer.
Plus, these guys are.
All right.
So we have a heavily wounded orc and 2 healthy.
Yep.
Theron.
As long as my HP bar holds out, it should be okay.
Great axe.
But don't say it. Just
Misses.
thank God.
The other two.
There's a chance. There's a chance.
The
The other
second
two
one hits.
Yeah.
Actually, the
Oof.
first one
Oh,
Okay, I'm dead.
knocks you
Well
down.
done. Please.
With that, as the first one knocks there into the ground, I think the last one basically, it's going to step over, kind of like over her body.
Wow, it's standing on top of my unconscious
full
body.
body.
How could it?
And then swings at Asha. Asha, you a 24 to hit you for 15 points of slashing damage.
Oof.
Ouchie.
Theron, make a death saving throw.
Yay!
Eh,
Okay. All of the green orcs
You're
are
still
dead.
alive.
Friedrich.
Yes.
Finish the one that's wounded.
Hang on.
Well, that's the
5
one
foot
way
step.
back here.
All right, perfect. Just make sure it's clear. 5 foot back, 10 feet movement, 15. Stab. Or slash, I should say.
Sure. That's a hit
Cool.
for 5.
Still up?
Yes, this one's fresh.
Alright. Stab.
It's another hit.
Of course, it's the like healthy one that steps out.
Well then. That's my turn.
All right.
Good turn.
Asha. There are now 2 that look very, very wounded, and then 1 that has not been hit yet. The one directly in front of you, and then this one back here, are the ones that are pretty. They look like
Okay,
a
no.
stiff breeze will blow them over.
Okay. No flurry of blows this time, just my regular attack.
All right, which one are you
Against
directing that
the
one?
clo-
The close one?
The closest one.
All right, that will finish that one off.
And how much reach do I have?
10 feet.
10 feet.
So yeah, you
Is
can.
that's enough to
Mhm.
do my bonus action?
Yeah, you can hit that guy with your bonus action attack.
But I think it will not land.
No, an 8 is.
We'll try.
insufficient.
No. Yeah.
Sure. Roll it. All right.
Is it scared of ghosts? Maybe it's scared and will run away from my arms, thinking it's an evil spirit.
Oh no, I've seen JoJo before. I'm out of here.
This must be the work of an enemy stand.
Oh my god, yes, I have a stand! Woo!
Alright.
Oh no.
Great.
15 is sufficient. Ooh. Ooh.
Oof.
That's big numbs.
That guy is he's just dead.
He's just dead.
He's extra
Step
dead.
over here.
He's
Ah,
extra
break
Go
it.
for the
dead.
double kill. Damn it.
Uh,
Unless.
a 13 would normally be enough, but with all the shenanigans going on,
Shit.
that is unfortunately a miss.
Killed it? Probably.
It had 1 HP.
Damn it.
Ugh. All right, he gets one more shot, so he's gonna run in. And yeah, he's just randomly going to swing at Friedrich.
Goodbye.
Dodge.
And miss.
Miss.
Bye.
Yay!
Theron. You know what to do.
I know what I'm supposed to do.
It's the thing that all low-level fighters do many times. Friedrich.
Wow.
I slash him.
Heals. Heal.
That is enough to finish it off.
Hey.
Oh.
Bonus action healing
Bonus
word, right?
action. Yeah, bonus action. Get up.
All right, 5
Yep.
HP to Theron.
Thank
And
you.
your death saves a reset.
Yay.
So
I'm alive.
you guys finish off these 2 rooms basically of foes that descended at you, and let us take a short break here, like 5-10 minutes maybe. Say 10 minutes, and then we will continue with the rest of the house. You do hear footsteps like on the floorboards up above you. So it appears as though there are creatures like on the second floor of this
Oh
place as well.
no.
How heavy do the footsteps sound?
Like a large, well-muscled creature.
Can we take a short
Orc-like
rest in
or
enemy
human?
territory?
The footsteps sound vaguely orcish.
They sound vaguely like orc footsteps.
Every
so
step we just hear walk.
it would
walk.
probably be a not quite good idea to short rest in the same building that all the enemies are in. But if you like left this building and went somewhere else, you could attempt it.
Yeah, but I
we
mean
don't
the
need-
dragon's out there.
We don't need to short rest. Nona can go in front. She hasn't taken any hits.
I mean, I've still got one of those health potions.
Anyways, let us take a short break here, and then we will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
In how much? 10 minutes or
10
5?
minutes, yeah, we'll say 10.
10 minutes.
And we are back. Hello, everybody, and welcome. So, you guys have dispatched both rooms of these orcs simultaneously. You hear more footsteps from upstairs, and you see there's a staircase here that leads further up. I think you can also see Theron from this spot where you are, kind of in the doorway. There's a staircase that seems to descend downwards in this room as well as like another door. Although it doesn't look as though it'd be a particularly large room based on what you're seeing before you.
I'm not very keen at taking stairs downwards.
You're all pretty battered, but
let's check out everything on this floor before we move on.
So no more surprises.
I stepped into this room, Brad, where I found these orcs and bravely dispatched them.
Yeah, so like I described at first, you see basically like a ransacked kitchen, with a butter churn in some sort of like strangely shaped butter mold.
Yeah, the skull you said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like a mold that you would like, pour butter and like harden into like a shape, and this one is just shaped like a little like skull.
In Phandalin, have I ever seen any skull-shaped butter on sale?
Yeah, actually, it's a fairly popular item.
Is it just like a local gimmick, basically?
Yeah, it's like this farm's like gimmick basically is like known for selling butter skulls.
Butter skulls, that's so dumb.
Which is probably why it's called Butterskull Ranch.
Oh
Yes.
my god, you're right. Stop. I didn't think it was literal.
Yes.
Are these windows or doors?
Windows. As you
Okay.
you move up, you can see out into the pond and the burned out barn that kind of lays in that direction, and you see the dragon still circling overhead.
Why do I get the feeling we have to spend a night here if that dragon doesn't leave at some point? All right.
Well, if we're
there's a
going
door
to have
here.
to spend the night here, we better make sure that all the orcs are gone.
I say it's like, oh, it looks like there's a door over here. I open this door.
Okay. 1 second.
Why are you opening doors left and right?
All right.
We're
Slight
scouting the floor.
Slight correction. These stairs that are in this room are upstairs. They're not downstairs.
They're what? Sorry.
They are upstairs.
All right.
Oh no.
They're not downstairs.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you open this door. It just leads onto like a small back entryway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just sort of like peek my head out and say, all right, close that. Open this door.
Escape route!
This just leads back into the
Potentially.
All right.
Can you ever just full on like press the Pokemon flee button in a battle?
Nope.
I mean,
You have to manually run away like we did with Gordon.
I mean, if everybody states their intent to like disengage, it turns into like a an escape check basically. Like see if you can elude them.
All right. Well, sort of in this room, and I see the stairs leading off, and I turn to Rez. It's like, should we begin heading upstairs then, guys?
Didn't you want to check the rest of the floor?
I just did it.
Before we went upstairs? Do you know how many
other
doors are in this
rooms?
room?
1, 2. That's about it.
3.
Do you want me to take a look?
Your thing.
And question.
Oh wait, are those the windows?
Which door did we
Yeah,
use to come in?
These are windows. This is a door.
Oh,
It's
okay.
It's like it looks like a closet door basically. It's like
I open the door to the closet. I'm going back in, guys.
yeah, you open the door to the closet. It's a closet full of dinner plates and dinnerware.
Odd that the orcs didn't touch this.
All right. Where would you like to proceed next?
Like Nona was saying she wanted to have a look around as well, didn't she?
Yeah.
Upstairs.
Go ahead, Nona.
Alright, upstairs is what you meant.
Oh no.
Well, I suppose, yeah, you are rogue. Try and sneak ahead and see if you can get a drop on them.
Yeah, true.
Sure. If you're going to make your way upstairs, which
Who has the sending?
I have the sending
Huh?
stone.
Okay. I'm going to.
you still have your oh, that's
Link
bad.
set up.
You said
No,
it was
'cause we slept.
5. Oh yeah, you did sleep. Yeah.
So the two that don't have sending stone for 1 hour.
All right, so you establish a link with Theron and Asha.
You've learned your mistake having done it with Friedrich last time.
And you want to sneak upstairs and take a look?
Mm-hmm.
Which staircase do you want to use?
One, I guess.
Okay. So you sneak up this sort of like back staircase.
Whoa.
Can you
Good luck.
can you make a stealth check for me basically as you kind of come up? You see there's like a little bit of a landing and then it continues on, and you see it like opens out into a hallway at the top. There's like a window on the eastern wall that kind of like looks out towards the east and some of the fields. There's like a couple of doors like immediately, basically. And I think as you step into the hall, you see there's basically like a bunch of doors, and then at the very end, I think you can just barely make out the like silhouettes of like a couple of creatures, kind of like just barely. Like you see like glimpses of them basically at the very end of the hall in like a larger room.
I hear anything from the rooms?
Make a perception check. Not particularly. These walls are like pretty like thick wood walls. They don't allow sound to pass through very easily.
I will psychically tell everyone. See a few orcs at the end of a hallway, and there are a bunch of doors.
I can't speak, guys. It has to be you two.
Yeah, one of them. Asha and Theron. You hear Nona speaking to you. In your
Are there
mind.
any enemies? Are there more?
See,
She just told her
orcs.
she's seeing
She
orcs.
saw that. She saw it.
Really? I thought I heard
Yes.
something about doors.
So
Am I
there-
getting deaf too now?
So there's orcs at the end of a hallway, and then a bunch of doors in the hallway.
Oh yeah, I only heard the second part. Oops. How many orcs are there?
There's a bunch of dorks in the hallway.
I guess it's
Nice.
hard to tell. They're just kind of silhouettes. I think I saw two. At least.
Hmm. Could you technically sneak attack them and then hide in a room? And then sneak attack them? And then hide in a different room?
I could
I don't
try.
think that it works like that.
It wouldn't
I
take
don't
me long to
know.
find me, but I could. I could also bring them down the stairs.
Yeah,
Friedrich,
just
for
bring
no
them down.
particular reason, cast Healing Word on himself.
Because you're bleeding.
Yeah, that's probably why. Let's go with that.
Or I could just check out these rooms quietly, maybe.
Yeah.
See
That
what's
might
in
be a
these
good idea.
rooms, but don't take any necessary risks.
Okay. I will quietly open this door to the north.
All right. So, checking that door, you carefully like check it, make sure it's not locked. It does not appear to do so. And yeah, so as you kind of like slide it open very carefully, you see basically what appears to be like an office or something. There's like a big desk that takes up like most of the northern end of the room by the window. And there are just like stacks of ledgers and papers. I would not go in just yet.
Okay.
There are stacks of ledgers and papers, and you hear it's a very messy like office, made even messier by the fact that currently you see sort of up against this window what appears to be like an orc like rummaging through the papers, who does not seem to like notice you opening the door or approaching as of yet. He's just sort of rummaging through the papers, looking for something.
Alright.
Close the door quietly and go check the next one. We don't want to attract their attention. Wait, haven't they heard the sounds of the fight from downstairs?
Apparently not.
Well, that's a good thing.
Can I? All right. Can I sneak up behind him and stab him?
Yeah, so like he doesn't notice you, so if you want to try to attack him, you certainly can. But obviously, if it fails, it'll be initiative at that point. But yeah, you basically like you have surprise on him, right? So you can sort of make an attack against him. Yeah, that's definitely a hit. Yeah, basically you walk up, you sort of like I guess you kind of like walk up and we see like kind of in the darkness this like shimmering blade of psychic energy sort of manifests, and then you just sort of stab it through the orc's back, and there's no like wound or anything like that, but then the orc just sort of and, like begins like bleeding like heavily out of the ears and eyes and just falls limp to the ground with a thud.
Dark Templar style.
Yeah. Totally.
Very anime.
Alright, can I look
Me
at the
roll-
papers he's rummaging through?
Yeah, so taking a quick look without doing like an extensive investigation, you can see they appear to be ledgers and papers that seem to just be business transactions, basically. Balance sheets and whatnot. This office is just a mess. There's no filing cabinet. There's no like organization to it. It's just papers upon papers. It looks like years worth of just documents haphazardly shoved all over the place.
Alright. Try door number 2.
All right, that southern door, as you open it.
Are we playing orc bingo at this point?
Orc bingo. You open the door and you see a small closet containing a mop, a broom, and a bucket.
What? Sorry, you cut out.
You see a small closet that contains a mop, a broom, and a bucket.
Let's see. Alright. Guys, I killed one orc. Should I keep going?
Is
As
there
long as I
anything
don't
else
notice
in-
you, you should be good.
I don't want to get too close, so I'll just try this next 2 doors.
Yeah.
Okay.
North door.
I will just say you can quickly look through. This is the room. It appears to be like a barracks bedroom. It contains 2 beds and 2 foot lockers that you can see.
Can I look in the lockers?
Yeah, they let me just double check here. Yeah, they're like completely unlocked. And looking inside, you see that there are sets of neatly folded clothing and a number of other sort of like worthless personal effects.
Try one more.
All right, looking in this room, down to the south, it is pretty much like an exact like mirror of the one you just entered. Just 2 beds, 2 foot lockers.
Alright, I'll head back downstairs.
Okay. You head back downstairs.
Oh no, welcome back.
You just Frederick just standing over his swords ready at the bottom of the stairs.
Alright, so I checked. There were like 6 rooms. I checked 4 of them. One was full of papers, business stuff, and an orc. I killed the orc.
Nice.
The other ones
Good
just
job.
had, like personal items. They look like bedrooms. I didn't want to get close enough to check the.
Well, let's go have a more thorough look then, eh? Who knows? There could be survivors.
Do you want me to see if I can take one out and lure the others downstairs?
Wait, there's still orcs up there?
Yes.
Yep, there
Oh.
are still orcs up there.
I totally missed that point. Sure,
Can
sounds
we
like a good
ambush
idea.
them?
Yeah, you guys can set up and get ready, and I'll come sprinting down the stairs while they chase me.
All right, I'll wait here.
Can someone hide in the closet?
I mean, you'd be being blocked by Friedrich, but you could try.
You could certainly try.
Everyone ready and attack. I'll sneak back upstairs. Do you want me to roll another stealth?
No, I don't think you've really like done anything in particular that would
Okay.
kind of call for you to re-roll it. Nobody noticed your assassination there, so. there hasn't been a change. But yeah, if you sneak your way back upstairs, I guess.
Right. So I'm gonna get as close as I need to get a clear shot on this.
Let me see here. Don't die. I'm just gonna move your token to see.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, if you get like right to the doorway, and this orc is currently like looking like at this like mantelpiece basically, so he's like facing away from you. This orc you can barely see seems to be looking like in this direction, but kind of towards the corner. So he doesn't like quite notice you, but like he'll notice you out of the corner of his eye basically if you do anything.
Okay. Toss psychic blade at this one.
Okay. Well, let me. Can you just roll initiative just for?
Sure.
Okay. And everybody else as well at this point. Just have everybody roll.
Okay.
Oh. Thought I selected it, but apparently not.
Okay, I will change it.
Wow.
I will change it back to the 15 that you initially rolled.
Thank you.
It's fine.
Okay.
We all have attacks ready anyway.
Yeah, so I assume you three guys at the top of the round are basically like readying attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Nona, you get your sort of surprise attack off. 22 is definitely a hit, and that is another. Man, you are just on fire with these max damage blade attacks. That is.
Why can't you do this with Mind Sliver?
Dead orc.
Right?
You throw out this sort of blade of psionic energy through the air. This orc just screams basically as it tears through him, and the other like turns, like looking what's going on. As he turns, he kind of like sees you basically.
All right.
And lets out a cry. Obviously, surprise can't do anything this round, but then it is Friedrich's go.
Run. At this point.
I might just solo these orcs.
Ready to attack. That was the plan.
Okay. Asher, use.
But you don't have a sneak attack anymore, don't you?
No, I don't. They know I'm here.
I mean, you can still just disengage and come running downstairs.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
I assume you three downstairs are just continuing to ready attacks. I'm going to take that as a yes. Noah.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll just
that.
make its haunting gesture and then bonus action dash my way back downstairs.
Okay, so what's your speed? 30? 5, 10, 15,
Yeah.
20, 25, 30, 25, 40, 45 to here. And you have 15 feet left.
D5.
All right. Our ready attacks go off and we beat up Nona.
And then action. I'll ready an attack when it comes downstairs.
Okay. All right. You hear like shouting up above, basically.
I sincerely hope that he's not going to hit any of us.
He's going to be so surprised he doesn't have the chance, and then we just.
Yeah, he's going to forget his great axe upstairs. He's just gonna come running down with his hands to punch everything.
How come orcs don't have great axes? Do they have blacksmiths?
These are questions that you're not
Yes.
supposed to ask.
Okay.
I mean, you could always just say that they plundered a bunch of villages, so I just got them from there.
Aren't the orc great axes? I suppose no one would trade them. Weapons.
They're pretty like crude looking, and they're made of a strange like material.
They did come from the void after all.
Yes. Yeah, you see an orc coming down the stairs, like come running down the stairs, basically.
Does it stop there or does it like keep going?
This is basically like it's movement.
Oh, right. That's
Yeah.
it can only move that far.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Oh, yep.
All right.
He's there. He's in range. I attack him.
Me too.
Okay. 22 hits. 9 does not.
The trend is over.
So that's that guy.
Shit.
15, 20, 25,
That happened at some point.
30.
Oh no, there's another one. Really?
There was 2 ways
Where are
up.
so many of
There
these
are more
orcs
stairs.
here?
Should have maybe seen that coming.
Why are
And
there so
bonus
many
action.
orcs?
It's fine.
There.
You two have
Where
ready
did the other-
attacks.
You
Attack him.
both.
Oh,
take
true?
your- Asha can. She has range, so she could have attacked this one as well if she wanted to, or you can attack this one.
But she's got her arms out still, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yes, I
Has
still
up to
have
10
them.
minutes. So yeah, you can use your one on this guy if you want. This guy.
Oh, I still. Do I have just one action? I mean,
Yeah.
it's
So
not
Yeah,
when
you
you
just
when
get
you
one
ready, when you ready, you only get one attack off of it. That's a hit.
Did that hit?
Yes.
Oh.
Nice.
That is actually enough to finish off this first orc. He just comes tumbling
Nice,
down.
one
the
down.
Rest of the way is this like fist basically like gut punches him. He just trips, falls down the stairs, breaks his neck.
And breaks his neck.
Yes.
Kinda unfortunate for him.
So Theron, you can take your ready to attack against the orc that's charging you, with its great axe raised.
Yeah.
13 hits, 4 points of slashing damage.
That's fine.
And
That's
then,
fine.
This one.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, this one had enough movement to get down, and then bonus action to you with its aggressive trait. So it does have its attack, so it's going to make a great axe attack. But it misses. You duck out
Please
of the way,
don't kill me.
Yay!
Oh!
sort of parrying it to the side with both your blades. Friedrich.
Stab
And
him!
slash. No
That is a
bueno.
miss.
Poke. No
Oh.
Also
bueno.
miss.
Even less bueno.
Even
less
bueno.
bueno.
Right. Friedrich just sort of trips over himself. The mushrooms are starting to kick in.
Okay,
Asha.
I will
Time
just
for-
take
time for no spell.
my regular and bonus action.
Okay, so your two
Just
attacks.
to unarmed strikes.
23 is a hit for 7, and then 24 is a hit for 8, and that
He'd be dead.
is enough to finish it off.
Yay!
It's too quick.
Freddy,
sort
I
of
just
I guess we
shaved
are
your hide.
taking revenge for Gordon.
spectral
For
fists.
Gordon!
There are just dead orcs all over the place.
All over. Do they stink while being dead?
Probably.
No, so like they when you kill them, like most of their body just like dissolves away basically, because they're not like native to this plane, right? When you kill them, they just like dissolve into like this dark energy that kind of lingers there for a while and then just disappears entirely.
Hmm.
So
Then
we're
if he's
just
already
surrounded
behind their
by.
crystals-
Dark energy.
Woo!
Well,
Hey, at least it's not
evaporates.
orc goo. I think it's better
Very
to
true.
have.
Do any of these orcs leave behind their crystals when they die?
No, none of these ones do.
Right.
Or what do you want the crystals for?
They're worth money. Don't you remember we sold one last session?
Oh, I like your thinking.
Anyway,
Well, I think you handed one over to be sold. You still don't know how much you got. I think that and
Yeah.
the Manticore pelt as well. I don't know if you actually got the cash for that yet.
are we still in initiative or?
No,
Are all
no,
orcs
you've,
dead?
you've dealt with all the orcs that are coming for you.
So I
right
guess
now.
we can check out the other rooms upstairs.
Rooms upstairs.
Weren't there like 2 that we didn't check?
Yes.
Mhm.
Plus whatever
Oh,
room they're
right.
Can
in.
we all go
I will
upstairs
also say that
now?
as you guys were approaching the farmhouse, you would have also noticed that there was sort of like an old school sort of exterior entrance to a cellar, like that old school kind of like double door, like slanted double
no.
doors down into a cellar.
Yeah, I think I remember that. Frederick will say it's like, all right, well let's
See what's upstairs. Make sure everything's all nice and dandy. And then I think we gotta check the cellar as well.
Yeah.
Do you think they're keeping our guy hostage?
No, but like I said, it could be
No, I think he's-
survivors, you know?
I think he's dead outside.
Yeah.
Confess,
yeah,
you just
probably.
want to look for more booze.
It says, I don't drink alcohol.
No, you just eat mushrooms,
Exactly.
which sadly
And
comes down to about the same.
And drink
And
mushroom
drink mushroom
alcohol.
alcohol.
How do I go upstairs?
I had to drag you
I
up
just
there.
keep going in circles.
Wait for him to take
Brad
it.
has to move us.
Well, I will finish what I
Brad
started.
will do the magic teleport, apparently.
Magic teleportation.
Alright, I'll check this.
I just think it's dead at work.
Yeah, you see that
Oh,
door
hey,
is,
it's just-
has like swung open. It appears there was an orc inside that room.
Anything else?
Looking into that room, the one in the south just appears to be another sort of like double bed barracks situation. The one in the north, that is a little bit more of a nicer looking bedroom. There's a large bed and this like bulky looking cedar wardrobe dominating the room, and there's like framed paintings of landscapes hanging on the walls.
Do any of these rooms look like they were maybe the room of the guy? What's his name again? Joseph,
Alphonse,
the
you
owner
mean?
of the farm.
the owner of the place.
Yeah. Because we need to
I
take some
mean-
sort of evidence that he's dead.
I mean, the fancy looking
I
bedroom.
mean,
Is
Right.
that
it might be the
weird
cellar.
head?
I just heard voices. Fancy room?
Yes.
Yeah,
Do we know what he looks like? I don't think we
Yeah,
do.
no idea.
Well, currently he looks like a corpse.
So
yeah,
any
I
of the
suppose-
corpses will do? No, probably not. Does
You can't
anyone
take
else
back
know?
a rotting corpse.
We can just take the
I
head.
mean, you could.
Oh my god, you
I
are
just
dark.
don't think it would be very fun.
All right, I guess I'll look around the bedroom to see if there's any like mementos or anything that I could maybe take back as
Mhm.
evidence.
I'll look.
Sure. Anybody who is searching around the room can make an investigation check.
Anybody who's what?
Anyone who's
Uh,
what? Sorry,
a
you
what
cut out a bit
check?
there.
Anybody who's searching around the room can spend time and make an investigation check.
Balls. Oh wait, can I use my
Investigation is of
Psychic power nap?
intelligence.
Psychic thing.
like psi bolstered knack? That's
I mean, I cannot tell you whether you can or cannot use your class features. A 13. As you both are
Same as me.
splitting up, searching the room. You do not find anything of interest, so you do not expend your psychic dice because it did not succeed.
Do I
Hmm.
see anything when I stare out the window? Like, can I see where the dragon is?
Yeah, you still see the dragon sort of like hanging out up ahead, like circling the area.
Yay.
Well,
Why don't you
Still-
just leave this place alone? Why is it still here? The dragon's
A
still
lot
out
of-
there, guys.
There's a lot of food.
we brought
Yeah,
a cow.
A
like-
lot of tasty pigs
You're
and
like-
cows.
Oh no! Do I see the cow? Do I see the cow anywhere?
Make a perception check.
See a cow sickle.
My perception is
Cow's-
absolute garbage. But I'll try.
But maybe
Can
you
I see
have good
cow can?
eyesight.
You see no sign of the cow out in the fields.
No! Friedrich, I have bad news. Your friend might be gone.
I
I'm
have
sure of a
even
cow.
worse perception.
Oh my god. Here we
Yes,
are looking for
Friedrich.
evidence of the. Here we are looking at for evidence that this man might be dead, and you guys are like, "But where's the cow, though?" Looking
cow,
out the
though.
window. Oh my
I mean,
god.
we spent time with this cow. We brought this cow into danger. We should have been there to protect it.
Oh my god.
Well, look, okay, this cow is the survivor. It managed to live this long. Maybe it just has
Exactly.
very good
On the way-
instinct.
On the way back, we're gonna come meet the cow at the same place we found it initially. All right. So
It's just grazing
You said
on a
there's-
dragon head.
you said there's like business papers, right?
In the office room, yeah.
All right. Is there one that has maybe
But
this guy's signature on it? Like maybe a recent one?
I mean, they're all just like business ledger documents, so I'm sure there's things with his like signature on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Friedrich would say it's like, well, nothing more concrete. Maybe we could just take one of his letters and say we took it from his office, and then we found the corpses. That should be all right, right?
Did we find the corpses? Oh yeah.
We found some
My short-term
corpses.
memory is suffering.
What's wrong with you guys?
Yeah, we found some corpses.
There's orcs here too, as well. Did you know that? We killed them.
Okay, we've
I
been
did
hit by
notice
the
the
orcs.
orcs, but I forgot about the corpses that were outside that were getting eaten by flies.
But please remember, we don't know who they belong to. They were just random human corpses.
Yeah,
Should I go check the cellar?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go check the
we
cellar.
should do that.
This place is
Why
draining
do
our
you-
vitality.
I'm laughing.
Dragon's still out there. Be careful.
Yes.
Yeah, going out, you'll kind of be crossing out into the open to go down to the cellar.
Well, actually, isn't the entrance to the cellar? Is there a window above it?
Let me
Can't we
see.
just drop out?
No, there's not. I don't think. Judging by the layout, yeah, no, there's not a window like directly above it.
Lame. Alright, we'll have to be careful.
We could have
Well,
gone
you could
down
always,
on a
you
rope.
can always, you've dispatched all the orcs from like the interior of this structure, so I mean, you could always like settle down
Short
and
rest?
hope the dragon.
Yeah, we
fucks
can
off.
rest and just wait for
Oh
it.
yeah. Let's take a short rest.
Okay. Yeah. Do you want to do that?
Does it
Upstairs, downstairs.
regenerate HP in any way?
Yeah, resting regenerates HP.
Yeah, you can spend it. You can spend it.
I guess
sure.
rest
Can-
downstairs.
I'll rest in one of these bedrooms.
Yeah. You
Oh
see,
shit! Yeah, there's bedrooms.
There's some bedrooms. There's this room here that you're all currently in. Is also sort of like a common room. There's a number of like padded chairs and game tables. You see there's
Ooh.
like 3 dragon ante cards and like dragon chess boards and pieces, kind of like just around. But yeah, so you guys just sort of sit down. You don't necessarily need to sleep, but if you'd like to, yeah, there's beds you can use. Their occupants no longer requiring them. And yeah, you settle
Just
down.
sit.
Can somebody roll for me a D100?
I got it.
Okay. So you settle down. You guys complete your short rest, so you may expend hit dice to heal, recover any short rest abilities that you have used.
If any of you spend hit dice, you get an extra D6 from my Song of Rest, extra health back. So keep that in mind.
Just a D6?
Yeah, just an extra D6.
Whoa.
Pog.
Sorry.
Do I get 5 HP back?
You have to spend at
Spend a
least
hit
1
dice.
hit dice.
Not Pog.
How do I do
Yeah.
that?
Rip.
On your sheet,
Do I want to be max health?
if you see
Always.
underneath kind of like the big middle section where your hit points are,
Oh,
like
two-
okay. Hit dice.
Yeah, you click on the
Just
word
it
hit
just
dice.
says
yeah, you just click on that and it'll roll.
I
it.
don't even need the extra D6.
And then you make sure you mouse over and just like lower the press the minus
Uh-huh.
arrow by
Yes.
however many you spend. Okay, so that'll give you 9.
Let me save my superiority dice regen.
That'll give you 9, and then his short rest ability will give you another 5. So that's 14 total to you, Asha, with that one.
Welcome back, superiority die.
Which puts you 1 below max. So
Man,
there's
I
not
wish I had font
necessarily
of inspiration.
too much of a reason. I guess there's also really not much of a reason not to spend it, seeing as it's unlikely you're going to like encounter other danger on the way back to town, so you'll like recover all of your hit dice back anyways.
I mean, there's still a dragon out there.
There is, yeah.
But it won't save you
But we
against the
can totally
dragon,
sneak
you know?
past it.
Just saying, there are times where that 1 HP might matter. It might make the difference between life and death. Just saying. But yeah, so
Cellar.
I think as you guys are finishing your short rest and you begin to move out towards the cellar, you first sort of take a look outside just to like scout the situation, and you see that there is no sign of the dragon in the skies circling anymore. It appears to have moved on.
Nice.
All right, so you gather.
Hey, does any of you see the cow?
Please tell us it survived. It's dear to us by now.
I mean, you don't know. You left it in the fields back there, so you have to go out and take a look.
Okay, cellar first.
We can
Yeah,
come
you
back.
gather-
Let's go to the cellar.
You gather around the door here, and you see there are like two wooden doors that cover like a stone staircase that leads down into a sort of dark, dank basement. So it is one by one, basically. So you guys have to head down single file. So I guess what order are you going to be descending down the stairs?
I mean, did you say it's dark?
It is, yes.
I don't have dark vision.
I'll go first.
Nona. Good old Nona.
Okay. Nona first. Who would like to go after her?
Who else has dark vision?
No one else does?
Nobody.
In that case, I guess I'll go.
Okay, fair
At
enough.
least I've got HP.
Yeah, it's true.
Then Asha, then Friedrich, or Friedrich, then Asha? Which order?
You can go in front of me, Asha. It's fine.
Bards first.
Wow.
Is it gonna have to be a roll off? Are you gonna have to roll off to see who goes
I'll
first?
go then. That's fine. Wait. Alright. But yeah, I'll go.
All right.
Cellar adventures on the farmhouse.
All right. So you first, Friedrich, and then Asha. Sounds good.
Yes.
All right. So you begin to descend down the staircase. It is relatively short, but the basement is pretty dark. You see that as you go down, the cellar has a dirt floor, walls of mortared stone, and an 8-foot high plank ceiling braced by wooden pillars. You see. Tied to a chair, there is a large figure with a burlap sack pulled over their head. Shelves along the wall are lined with skulls made of butter and protected by a thin coating of wax. You see, basically, you hear first, like the first thing as you're going down, you hear what sounds like chanting, like deep guttural chanting. And as you get down to the bottom of the stairs, Nona, you see basically there is a rather macabre scene. Down at the bottom of the stairs. Tied to each of the pillars, you see what appear to be sort of freshly like butchered human corpses, kind of like tied to the pillars, almost ritualistically. And in the center where this man is tied up, you see there's like this circle of blood drawn on the ground in this strange looking sort of sigil. And you see 4 orcs sort of just like arms raised, muttering in this like guttural chant, and then like back here behind the figure you see this sort of narrow like rift beginning to like cut open in the air behind them.
No, it looks like these guys are having
Osaka,
a party.
I think I got left behind.
Yeah, there's not enough room down here for you yet, unless no
Oh,
one steps
shit.
forward.
Have I been noticed?
Yeah, I mean, like, unless you guys, since you guys are like going one by one down the stairs, I assume you're not really like going too stealthily. You could try, yeah, if you wanted to
I would like to.
be stealthy, but it'll be a group check.
As in, she'll make the roll for everyone, or we each have
No,
to make
as
a
in
roll?
you each make a roll, and like if the group succeeds as a whole, then you succeed in like surprising them. Otherwise, they'll notice you.
Ow.
Asha.
Theron just clumping down the stairs.
It's
I
dark.
mean, I am a pretty heavy person,
Heavy.
you know.
And heavy armor? Or not
Theron is
really?
like 280 pounds. You know?
Make your roll, Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah.
gotta
I'm
take
not
her
in there
time.
yet.
No, your roll still counts for this group check.
Oh, okay. Just a moment. I guess I'm not too nimble either.
Okay, let me just double check what they're. Okay, yeah. So you as a group have succeeded. So that means that you
Ooh.
do sort of get the drop on them. In this case, we're just gonna roll initiative and just do like an actual like surprise round, quote unquote,
Okay.
rather than a extra attack or anything like that. All right.
Initiative.
They're
I
super
suppose we're
surprised.
all fired up and ready to go.
So is this just the corpse?
That was a
uh,
live person still.
this person, yeah, he seems to be like alive, tied to this chair, like wriggling around with a sack, like a burlap sack
Oh.
over his head.
That's unfortunate for him. He's probably gonna die soon.
That's why we're here.
I'm bleeding out.
Oh,
I
yeah, he
think
looks pretty
part-
beat up, but like still alive.
I feel like
Hey, at
part of
least
the
I'm being
contract.
honest.
I feel like part of the contract we signed for the Adventurers Guild was be helpful. I feel like that was there somewhere.
Oh, Nona, you are
Yes, but I think survive came first.
you are the first to act, Nona.
Go step behind this pillar and
Okay.
attack that one.
All right. You are hidden for now, so you do have advantage on your first attack.
That's good.
Yeah, good thing you did. That is a hit. 6 and 8. That is oftentimes 14. Which is not enough to finish this orc off. He's still alive.
Does the
And they
bonus
all-
attack get advantage too?
No, because you get revealed by the first attack.
Fuck.
That is a miss, and all the orcs sort of like turn now and like see they stop their chanting. You see the rift kind of in the back of the room like narrows slightly as the chanting stops, and they turn and like bear weapons against you. Theron,
Which one did you hit? The far one? Or
this one over here.
oh, I don't even see that one from
Top
here.
left.
Well, there's only one thing for me to do, which is literally just walk up to him and hit him.
It's usually a good thing to do.
I like the cut of your jib.
That is the fighter thing.
On 11,
Literally just
actually, you do have advantage because your group succeeded, so you are hidden for first attack. So your first attack does hit because
Yeah.
of your sneaking.
Doesn't
advantage.
Nona's attack reveal the rest of us?
It reveals her. Doesn't reveal you.
Are you
Uh,
using superiority dice at all?
So those both hit. You have all your.
yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm just gonna do the one I
You also have
usually do.
action surge.
Yeah, but let me
Alright,
first see
roll
if this thing
your-
actually dies.
Yeah, roll your
Otherwise,
extra
it's doing
D8.
stuff.
Well, you still haven't spent all your movement yet either, so like.
Yeah, you
could-
can go up and action surge something else.
Oh, true.
You
Oh, I
finish off
can't
the one I
type.
hit.
Typing is hard.
An extra 4 damage.
An
nice.
extra 4 damage is not quite enough, unfortunately. It's still standing.
I guess I'll just action surge and hit it again. At least it will probably be dead.
My doorbell's
I
just
mean-
off. I'll be right back.
Okay.
It
Yeah,
is
so
prone.
action surge, another attack. No, it has to make a save to be knocked prone. Not that it matters. It has 1 HP, so it's dead.
Oh, right. Never mind.
Yeah, so you kill it with
Oh,
the
wow.
with the extra attack. Yeah, you
You
dealt
can
Yeah,
still
that's
move
fine.
more.
14 points of damage. At this point, you've fought enough orcs to know they have 15 HP.
Should I just move back?
No,
like,
that's
there's no
block
point
it
because
for
there's
me.
enough movement anyway.
You can't move back because Frederick is
Yeah, don't block
crowding you
us.
from behind.
Get in the fight.
Get in the fight! I can't hit anyone anymore!
You've used all
No,
your
but you can
attacks
stand
to
in their face.
get in the fight.
Here, I'll just get right here.
Okay.
If I don't get their attention, like, actually, let me just literally stand right
Darren?
here because then I'm closest to every single one of them. Go ahead.
Actually, you need to make room for me to get in and hit them.
Oh, there's room down there now. You just have to squeeze past Friedrich. Speaking of which, it is your turn, Asha.
I can't see the orcs.
Basically, you'll have to spend 10 feet of movement descending down to get past Friedrich.
Yes, but I'm on the wrong part of the
I
map.
know, I'm dragging you over now. I would say you have to move your.
Oh.
You have to spend like it takes 15 feet of
You
movement.
have to
get
wait
to
for the
there.
magic teleport.
Okay, so how far are these creatures? 25? Okay, this one is closest.
Just so you guys know, I'm depending on you guys. You've got this, I believe.
I have a
if you
10
went, I will
feet
say,
reach.
you have all your key points back. That would have expired because you took a short rest and then an hour passed. It only lasts 10 minutes, but you have your key points back. So I will say, if you went here and activated it, you would hit all 3 with the activation ability.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Big
Was that all this?
damage.
And then you'd still have your attack as well. You have enough movement to get there. You'd have to be 1 closer. Yeah, 1 right in the dead center, basically. Right in front of this guy.
And
All
then...
right. And then bonus
Hit
action,
4.
activate your arms.
Mhm.
All right. They will make dex saves. So we'll go clockwise around, starting from the guy on the bottom left. DC 13. Fail, success, and fail. So 2 of them fail. The one closest to you succeeds. So go ahead and roll 2d4.
2d4. Is this how it's done?
Yep.
Yep.
So that deals 4 points of force damage to the orcs. All right, and you still have your attack as well.
And I suppose I will strike the one closest to me.
All right. 23 hits for 7 points of force damage, and that is enough to finish off that orc that was critically wounded earlier by Nona. All right.
We're getting a lot better at this, by the way.
It's almost like you've leveled
Practice
up a couple.
makes
It's
perfect.
almost like you've leveled up a couple times. Friedrich.
Yeah?
You've gotten your job stones now.
So I take it this is the man in the sack, right?
Yes. The man in the sack.
I don't really want to kill him, but he is in the range. Alright, let's see here. I
I
suppose
don't really want to
Norton's
kill him, but he is in the range.
Don't kill him, please.
Yeah, I know. Alright. I'll just like go up to this orc right in front of me here, blades in hand.
Okay.
Alright. A scimitar, a short sword, and I will. Let's see, on 2.
Yeah.
On the short sword, I suppose.
No need. I've also hit him for 4.
Oh right,
Don't
okay,
waste
never
it.
mind then.
Okay. Yep, so you strike with the second swing, and that is enough to finish that one off.
Let.
Damn. Hero is hoping to bait you into wasting a resource that you don't need for anything after this.
Yep. Then I suppose
Oh,
I'll
well.
step 10 feet over here with my remaining movement.
Also, spoilers, Tosaka. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
You said that
how could
earlier,
you?
and then there are orcs in the basement.
That's true. The orc, last remaining orc, last of his kind.
Oh shit, I stood in the rift.
No, it's over here by the back wall.
Alright, it's fine then.
You're fine.
He'll be fine. It's just
This
right next
this
to you.
orc is gonna move up here and then push you into the rift.
Yeah, I look into the rift, Brad. What dark horrors do I see?
Well, it's just blackness, really, as far as you can like see. It's sort of like this purplish black energy. It hasn't been like opened. It's just like it's starting to tear open, basically. Whatever these creatures were doing.
See the land with no drugs and everyone's sober.
It's no drugs whatsoever. It's going to swing at Friedrich.
No,
Great axe.
Friedrich doesn't deserve this. Why do they always hit me by like just my AC? Like it's bullshit.
8 slashing damage.
Should have gotten better
Yeah.
armor.
Yeah, should have gotten
I
better
got the
armor.
best I could get
Literally.
without like crippling myself.
Nona. There's 1 orc left.
Right?
And there is still 1 Friedrich left.
Quickly, Nona, kill it
That's
with your brain.
Right? Brain knives.
Nice.
Brain
That's a
knife?
good knife.
Alright, offhand brain knife. That's
Nice.
That's a little bit of a better brain knife.
I imagine you use one with your right side of your brain, one for the left side of your brain.
8 and 3 is oftentimes 11, and that happens to coincide with the number of hit points that this orc has remaining. And so he is dead. This is how the game. This is
Nice.
how the game works.
Math.
Now, can we still save this half-dead guy tied to a pillar?
Yeah, so as you like do that, you can see he's tied to a chair, like in the center of this like blood circle, basically, and he's sort of wriggling.
Oh, it's like a chair.
And he's just like,
With the gnome glue?
well, I don't rightly know what's going on, but sounds like some sort of scuffle. If you haven't been killed by these orcs, I would kindly appreciate if you could get me out of these binds.
Hang on a second. How do we know you're not orc too, dude?
He's just like
I was about to say that.
just dumbfounded, just completely dumbfounded.
Wait, quickly, say something human.
Something human.
You're a shapeshifter.
Alright, I cut him free.
Hit the bell.
Yeah, so cutting him free is going to take about a minute, basically, to like free the bonds and kind of take off the sack. Yeah, when you sort of do that, you see basically like this big, sort of very like farmer's tanned figure, and he just sort of looks around. You see he's kind of like looking for something, and then he just sort of looks, I guess, to you, Friedrich, and kind of like extends a hand towards you, seeing as you're like freeing him. Or whatever.
Closest person.
Yeah, closest person.
I shake his hand.
And he says, well, I don't rightly know how to thank you. The name's Big Al. And he says, and this is my ranch.
Big
Not dead,
Al.
you're still alive.
Yeah, the Adventurers Guild sent us. Said your place came under attack by orcs. They weren't wrong.
And, yeah, he said,
Yeah.
yeah, the blighters came from the hills. I saw the rifts, but, I was too slow. Couldn't grab my gear. They were descended upon the house in no time. I'm afraid that, all my staff are, well, they're no more. Suppose I have to arrange for burials. He says, but, I have to say, have you seen Petunia anywhere?
That's
I
kind
better
of.
hope not.
Yeah, I sort of like shake my head. And it's like, sorry, we saw like 5 bodies outside, but we didn't really get a good look at who they were.
And he sort of says, by the gods, my dear sweet Petunia, whatever am I gonna do without your milk? How can I make butter skulls without Petunia's prized milk?
Somehow I have expected
Oh.
this.
You meant like, oh. And it says, well, I mean, he might still. There was a dragon, you know, that big white dragon that's been in the area. It was kind of like eating some of your animals. Like, it might still be okay.
And he sort of
We
says,
did find a cow in our week here.
he says, a cow? That must have been Petunia. He says,
Had a BAK brand, bell around the neck.
I said, well, you know, I do that to all my animals and cows, so it's hard to say, but I mean, Petunia, she's a kind, gentle soul, you know.
It was very amicable.
He says, well, I suppose only way to find out is to go and look. But I mean, if you brought her back safe, well,
Oh my god.
I mean, you know, saving the ranch is one thing, but saving my prize Petunia, well, that's just deserving of a great reward. I say, let's see if we can find her. And he kind of like grunts, like grabbing his like ribs, which like appear like there's like this black like bruises on him. He says, don't suppose you strangers have any sort of healing on you, do you? Think I cracked a few ribs fighting them orcs.
That should keep you going, I think. At least till the evening.
And he sort of nods and says, appreciate it, partner.
So, I sort of look around and it's like, do you know what the hell these orcs were doing with you down here?
And he sort of shrugs and says, I don't know, spouting a bunch of mumbo jumbo, kind of open up some sort of weird swirling black stuff. He points, and you see
So
like
Brad-
now that the rift is like slowly like closing. It's like barely visible.
So, Brad, I don't have proficiency in Arcana, but I do have Jack of all trades.
Sure. You can attempt.
15?
15. As you look around, it's obvious to you that they were attempting some sort of ritual of some sort. Blood on the ground, these sigils that are drawn out. The corpses seem to be very intentionally strung up the way that they are. But you don't really, like, looking around, you don't recognize any of the symbology of, like, what they were attempting to call forth. It is obvious that they were attempting to call something forth, but you're not quite sure what.
All right. Are there any runes or
No.
writings that they made?
I wouldn't really call it, like, runes so much as just, like, random, like, arcane scribbles. It doesn't really seem to
Wait,
be, like...
were these orcs any different from the other orcs? Because they were conducting a ritual, so they must have had been
They were wearing robes, but I think, yeah.
shamans?
No, they didn't seem
Orcs
any
have
different.
sham.
They didn't seem any different from the other orcs that you fought.
Right.
So it mustn't
Have I
have
heard?
been
Have I?
a very special ritual if regular grunts could do
Yeah.
it.
Have any of us heard of like void sent doing rituals and summoning stuff before?
Sure, Sug would have known, but
With a
I don't think any other person does.
with
from us.
your 15 Arcana, I mean, you would know, like, large groups of void sent tend to sort of like call for or attract more of their kind. Like when there's a large concentration of them, it tends to disrupt like the etheric balance and kind of allow more through the veil. It's not so much that they intentionally summon them, as far as you know. It's just more of like the presence of them calls to more of them, right? And like the more and more there are, the more likely it is something bigger and badder is going to get drawn through.
All right.
Hmm.
But this is
That's
something
interesting.
purposeful that they were doing.
Yeah,
It's
this
very
seems
odd.
somewhat purposeful, if like
All right.
a bit,
Anyway.
if a bit crude.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, I think Friedrich would like take that all on board, and he'd be like, "Well, all right. Well, let's get out of this basement then. Let's go see if the Petunia is still about."
All right. So yeah, you work your way out of the basement and back out into the ranch, where you kind of like split up and begin like searching around the fields. The dragon is long gone. You see evidence of its existence, right? There are like trees in the orchard that have been like flash frozen solid, and like claw marks in the ground where it like dug at animals and sort of stole them away. As you're looking through the fields, you get basically like almost to like the end, right? You're all coalescing kind of in the last, like the furthest cornfield, and beginning to feel like somewhat like dejected when you hear this sort of loud from somewhere in the field, and you see
Yes.
you see this cow basically in the midst of the cornfield, like chewing at some of the stalks, and you see Al, his eyes like open wide, and he says, "My dear Petunia," and he like runs over and like just begins like hugging the cow around the neck and kind of like scratching behind the ears and whatnot.
Ah, so this is
Yes,
where
there's
she
the
went.
dragon.
Yes, our bovine friend survived.
I knew it was a good idea to let her go when we saw that dragon.
I told you she was a tough girl.
And yeah, so he breaks the embrace, and he sort of turns to all you, and he says, "I owe you a great debt. Without Petunia, well, the lifeblood of this ranch wouldn't exist." And he says,
So you get all your butter from one cow.
and he says, "I get all the butter worth making into butter skulls from one cow. The rest, well, they ain't good enough. They don't have the quality that it takes."
I like this guy.
That's it.
Friedrich will say it's like, well, any additional rewards you want to offer, it's always appreciated. But if you could just, and I'll sort of like take out a piece of paper and it's like draft a quick letter to the guild informing them about what's happened here and that you're still alive, so we can complete our contract, that'd be mighty appreciated.
And he sort of says, of course, partner. I got some supplies back in my office. Why don't we head back that way, and I can furnish you with your reward for a job well done." And he
Thanks,
sort of begins
dude.
to lead you back to the office. Yeah, and he's sort of talking to you a little bit, kind of asking about who you are and kind of like what brought you here and all that kind of stuff. And talk about your guild. Introduce yourself because so far you're just strangers to him, right?
Yeah.
And he sort of says, once upon a time I was a adventurer like you, but I had my fill of that kind of life and decided to settle down, open a ranch here on this here plot of land, and it's all the story from there. He says, but I have some old things from my good old days, have no need of anymore. And he takes you into like his bedroom that you had like kind of done a quick like toss through, and you see he opens up the wardrobe and kind of like knocks on the back of it, and this like kind of secret compartment like opens in the wardrobe, and you see behind it what appears to be a set of armor. It looks to be chainmail armor, but it has this sort of like bluish sheen to it. This kind of strange metal comprising it. And he says, this is my pride and joy. Pried it right out of a demon's horde one time. And he says, or so the story goes, and he kind of winks. And he says, I don't need it anymore, so I suppose I can turn it over to you. A just reward for the safe return of my prize cow.
That sounds like a fair reward to me.
Thank you. We will gladly take it and put it to good use.
All right. So,
can any one of us wear it?
I believe
Baron?
Theron is the only one that has the proficiency to wear it. It's heavy armor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tough.
So
Think
maybe
we
you'll
should-
survive
So, I will
for a change.
I will give this to you now. As you like
Wow.
accept the armor, you see it's got this like sort of it's like chainmail armor. But it's got this like bluish sheen to the metal. You feel like this sort of tingle, like the hair. I guess the scales on your arms kind of like standing on end. And
What a sight.
you can detect that there is something more to this armor. And in fact, we'll just sort of like cut ahead. Like there's nothing further. Basically, there's no danger. You've succeeded in liberating the farm, so you're able to identify that it is a set of mithril chainmail armor.
Ooh.
So mithril is light and flexible. If the armor normally imposes disadvantage on dexterity stealth checks or has a strength requirement, the mithril version of the armor doesn't. So it is chainmail armor that does not impose disadvantage on stealth checks
Very nice.
because it's very
So-
light.
You're not going around clanking like a bucket of, I don't know, balls.
So I think if you type into,
Yeah.
you should be able to find like a mithril chainmail or something. Or I guess not. I guess it doesn't have that specifically. But yeah, you can.
I mean, there's a mithril armor thing, so.
Yeah, but it's not gonna. It's just a generic one. It's not gonna be mithril chainmail. So you can drag chainmail like onto your sheet if you don't already have it. Which I think you.
No, I have normal chainmail, but.
Okay, yeah. So you can just keep the normal chainmail and just like call it mithril instead. Let me.
Call it mithril.
actually-
Remove the disadvantage for stealth.
Yeah, I'll change it on here. So mithril chainmail. It doesn't give you disadvantage on stealth, and actually, let me adjust this real quick. It also weighs half as much, so it's 27 pounds instead of 55.
Nice.
You went for the mass-produced version to a designer label. Congratulations.
It doesn't change your armor class or anything, but
you.
no longer imposes disadvantage on stealth.
Nice.
And with that, you guys have successfully routed out the threat to this farm. You have saved Big Al, although his staff not quite so much. And
Hey, we saved the cow, okay? That
from
counts.
here-
He cared more about the cow than his farmhands.
True.
The farm
Uh,
hands aren't very helpful at
Listen,
producing
the
the cow
farm-
butter.
Yeah, farmhands can't make butter skulls, all I'm saying.
So I guess at this point, before we sign things off here, I would just like to ask, basically, next session, would you like to head back to Phandalin and turn in this job, or do you want to try to go and do the other job as well?
The woods.
Yeah,
I
in
was
the
thinking that
woods.
we could go and follow the river. Come on,
Do
guys.
we have a map of this place?
Yeah.
Not really. You have like a vague understanding of the layout, but I don't think anybody specifically has like a map.
Listen,
I mean,
all we
for
need
a
to do is
shortcut,
follow
we
the
could
river.
also follow the river and then, like, cross part of the woods over here. Just
That's
to,
the
like,
point. We don't know it's branching
do
like
that part.
that.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
true, I
I think
guess.
that's a bit of a risky maneuver. But yeah, I think it could be a good idea for us to just like keep going. You know, just go up here till we get to the mouth of the river, follow the river, loggers camp.
We'd have to cross it or go way out of our way here, though.
I mean, I think we could follow the bend. It's not that much longer. Maybe an extra day.
Yeah, but you'd have to cross over it when you got to this tributary.
Oh,
Basically.
that.
Yeah, or
We
go
can find a crossing easy
all the-
enough. That's what I
what he
think.
says.
Does this river flow?
I mean, it is a sidearm, so...
Wait. Question: Are we going with the river flow or against it?
unless we
Because
can-
if we're going downwards, we could
Oh.
maybe make a raft
could
and
ride
make
on
it
the river.
quicker.
Float trip.
Rivers often flow from places of high elevation to places of low elevation. So,
So we're not allowed to turn sailors.
well, I mean,
Yeah,
like, the
I
mountains
think
and hills are here, and then the ocean is over here.
Yeah, they'll usually float towards the coast.
Mm-hmm.
I just think making a raft is a very easy way to, I don't know, get like caught in some rapids or just drown. I don't know. I
Or
think.
You
just
mean you can't
drown.
swim?
Well, I mean, I would be fine. You would all drown if it went really badly, because I can breathe underwater. But yeah,
Don't you have some sort of advantage while navigating ships, boats?
no. I can breathe underwater.
Can't I just turn part of the river to a little ice block that I can lay on with my breath attack? If anything goes wrong with the raft.
No,
I'll be fine, because I can just
there's a
claw my freaking nails into it.
there's a cantrip that can do that, but your breath attack doesn't have enough.
I
have that
can't walk on
cantrip.
water yet.
Not
How
yet.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Not for a while.
Well, anyway, I think we could just follow the river and do the next
Okay.
one.
Well, we can discuss like the specifics of your strategy of approaching the camp next time. I just wanted to know whether you were going to go back to town or just press on and try to do the other quest. So
I think it will be quicker to just do the other one than go back to town, then go to
Yeah.
the logger camp again.
it's about 6 of one, half a dozen the other. It's like a 10-mile difference, basically, and probably take longer if you're doing this shenanigans. But we'll see. All right, so that is that for today. Thank you all for joining. Who would like to do the recap for next session? Any
I
volunteers?
suppose it's my turn.
It would be coming around to you, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have not spent yours, unfortunately, but it is your turn.
Has
There was
anyone
no
spent
need.
theirs?
I don't think
No.
so. People are just not spending it. You should
But there was no desperate
should-
need
you should spend it.
for a reroll.
Don't worry, we'll come across something that will get us in over our heads, and we'll all almost die, and then we'll all have to use it.
Yeah, like a dragon.
Yes,
Yeah.
maybe it's a good idea to save it for the death saving throws.
Nice foreshadowing.
He's
Like a
just thinking
dragon.
ahead.
I mean, the dragon did also make an appearance. I think that's the foreshadowing.
By the way, did the hit dice?
Yeah.
Technical question, please.
Come away,
Did our
mosquito,
hit dice
come
reset?
on.
Not yet. No, you'll have to take a long
Maybe when
rest
you
for that.
when we take
yeah.
a long rest, which we'll do on the way, I'm sure.
Yeah, you'll do that on the way. You just won't have them quite yet. Just in case you run into anything like on the way.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Sarah, you will be in charge of the recap for next time. And with that, that is all. So, have a good week, and we will see you all next time. So long.